got 86% battery. I don't think that's gonna affect it, but I think we should be good. 1, 2, 3. Alright, here we go.
I gave you a number. I did?
Oh yeah, you did.
Okay.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we are the Hebrew Israelites coming back once again, right, to edify the sheep. Right, but first and foremost, we want to give all praise and honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Kadash.
double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who have ruled well through the Spirit and have fed and edified the sheep in these last days, and has pushed this gospel, this truth, to the four corners of the earth in these last days. Right, another mighty shalom to all you Akim out there laboring on the highways, on the hedges, and on the uniform, which is this internet, pushing this 100% doctrine, this 100% truth to the four corners of the earth in these last days. A mighty shalom to you all as well. All right, so today we just gonna kind of go into, man, you know, one of our duties, man, is to go out and to get to those of the captivity, man. Right, you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Right, and use the diaspora who are scattered abroad, who look like these other nations, but your lineage goes back to Jacob, man. You're an Israelite, man. And we're out here to spread this good news, man, this gospel. All right.
This is Sirach 36 in verse 11. It says, gather all the tribes of Jacob together and inherit thou them as from the beginning.
Right. That's what we got to do, man. Somebody give me, what is that? Genesis 49. Gotcha. Genesis 49. And start at verse 1.
Genesis chapter 49 and verse 1. It says, and Jacob called unto his son.
Right, and Jacob, right, whose name was changed to Israel, right, who is our forefather, right, going back from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, he had 12 sons. Right, and what did he do?
And said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befell you in the last days.
Right. So, and we're out here trying to show people what's about to happen in these last days. Right. We got people running around here want to celebrate, you know, Easter, right? Trying to celebrate all this wickedness, man. But we're out here to show you what's really about to happen, man. Like it's really about to get very crazy out here, man.
Right.
You know, brothers been doing all types of lessons. Right, you got demons right here on the left-hand side. I mean, you got all types of stuff going on, man. Right? It's a whole lot of stuff. That's what I'm saying, man. And this is the time where you got to be girded with Yahawashi, man.
Right.
You got to know the true names, man. If you're at this point and you don't know the true names of Yahawashi, hey, something might be wrong, man.
Yeah.
You're going to have to rethink and reevaluate your situation, man. All right? Bring them out.
This is Jeremiah, the 3rd chapter, starting at 17. It says, okay, I'll start at 16. It says, no, I'll start at 15, sorry. It says, and I will give you pastures according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. And it shall come to pass when ye be multiplied and increase in the land, and in those days, says Yahweh, they shall say no more, the ark of the covenant of Yahweh, neither shall it come to mind, neither shall they remember it.
Sir, read that part again.
Okay, I got you. It says, saith Yahweh,
what's that?
Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 16. And it shall come to pass when ye be multiplied and increased in the land, and in those days, saith Yahweh, they shall say no more the ark of the covenant of Yahweh. Neither shall it come to mind, neither shall they remember it.
And you know what's so cold that's going on right now? Like I've been seeing articles about how the CIA, all these people are they're looking for what? Noah's Ark. They're looking for the Ark of the Covenant. They say that they're putting all this stuff out there. Like they said that they found I'm gonna say it quote unquote, the body of Jesus, right inside an Egyptian temple. right? Along with the Ark of the Covenant, it's all right there, right? This is the madness and the folly that's going on out there, man, right? But Yahawashi warned us of these things that were going to come. You know, what is that? Somebody give me the book of Matthew, where he says, I have told you these things before they're going to happen, right? Continue on that.
And it says, neither shall they visit it, neither shall that be done anymore. At that time, they shall call Jerusalem the throne of Yahweh, and all the nations shall be gathered unto it. To the name of Yahweh, to Jerusalem, neither shall they walk any more after the imaginations of their evil heart.
Right, and this place, Babylon, is full of evil imaginations, man. Full of sorceries and madness. Right? When you just think about it, man. You know, every day, man, I just sit there and I just contemplate about just all the evil, everything that's going on in this world. Right? The things and also, you know, the spirits that the Lord is riling up right now. Right? You know, I mean, there's all types of killers out there. Right? It's people, man, who are ready for when this time of vengeance comes. Hey, the Lord is gonna unleash that spirit upon this whole planet, man.
Right. It's a lot here. Y'all catch my last video yesterday? So the first, listen, you remember I called you and told you about it. So I'm on the way from I'm coming home from the gym yesterday. This brother that I always see us when we be out over at the other spot. Yeah. He said, yeah. Bro, the man walked up to me. He said, you Hebrew, right? And he said, gird up, like with a serious ass face. Gird up. Basically, he know what the fuck going on, and he hang with Edomites. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he know what the fuck going on. Jake, he know it's about to they about to come for us, man. Yeah, Jake, you know, when I first found out I was an Israelite, he was my neighbor. He lived in the back house. We both was saying we was Israelites. You know what I'm saying? We both knew, you know, that we was coming into the faith. We know we was Jakes. But years later, now I'm really walking. He wasn't really walking. So now he see me yesterday. He was smiling, parked his bike, walked up to me, smiling, kicking it, and he just got serious, like, "Gird up." He said that, and to me, I think the angel jumped over him to say that, real tough.
But that's the spirit too. I was just bringing out a lesson on my family when I came out, and I brought this up. And look, you just brought it up again. It's just a warning. Yeah, you know, to gird up. Man. Yeah, you know, the scripture said, "Gird up your loins."
Fucking package like a man. That goes hand in hand with what Trump was saying. He was talking about the homegrown. It's time to get the homegrown criminals. You know, talking about those that speak up against the status quo.
And that goes into what? We're going to catch that tribulation. Real tribulation coming soon for the men of the Lord. Man.
Persecution,
sure. Yeah, persecution. Yeah, that's what I meant.
So like, they're going to happen at any time, man. Because remember 9/11? Well, yeah, 9/11. Remember when 9/11 happened? Immediately. So the other apostles talked about it. So immediately after 9/11 happened, they came after them. So they came to the school, so they arrested them, and they put on charges for being teens. You know?
Wow.
Wow. Brother did a lesson, was talking about, you know, I know in the UK they were talking about giving, you know, almost 2 years for street teachers.
Wow.
You know? So this is the stuff that's coming up, man.
Right.
This is what's going on. Right?
I just told Sam, I've been having visions a lot lately, man. I had a vision to get locked up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Did I just tell you what's on the way here? I've been telling him all week. You know what I'm saying? Like we may have to. Yeah, we may have to get locked up for this truth, man. The scriptures talk about it, man.
Right, shoot, my daughter, I mean, this all could have just go to the last verse. My daughter had a vision or a dream of me being killed. You know what I mean? Of course, it's just a dream, you know, but especially when brothers having dreams of getting afflicted and all of that, you just line them up, you know? Hey, it's going to be real, especially when you apply the counsel of the Lord.
Hey, see, and this is why the apostle, the apostles, period, they all talk. Do you know what the fuck you signed up for, man? Right. You know, brothers may have to lose their lives, man. This is the spirit. This is really the spirit. Now, they really just came back to me. Now, my daughter been talking about this all day. What if you get killed? We might get killed, Daddy. My daughter was saying this week, bro. All week, he kept saying this shit.
Yahawashi said, you know, what did he say about counting the cost?
Yeah.
You know?
You gotta count the cost, man.
Oh, that just came out too. You know, like with the 10 talents and the 10 pounds, you gotta know coming in this truth, you have an investment. And the more you keep planting that seed within yourself in this truth, it is an investment. So you have to double that pound or double that talent, because when the Lord comes, what have you been doing, right? Because this is an investment. Like, if you want that crown, you have to invest in it. You know, we not just getting that handed to us. We gotta work for this investment, man. And you catch interest, the more you're in this ministry. So this Jeremiah 3:18, it says, in those days the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north to the land that I have given for inheritance unto their fathers. Right? And that shows that the southern and northern, when you go into history, in the time of the Babylonians, the northern kingdom, only a little small amount of the northern kingdom was with the southern kingdom, but it was majority of the southern kingdom in the hands of the Babylonians. So this was through the spirit. Jeremiah was speaking about the end times, man. Yeah. You know, that's why the elder, he said, man, we know more than the prophets of old. That's Psalms 119, verse 99 and 100. I know more than the ancient, because most of their prophecies was, and this goes back to Sam, Romans 15:4. These things was written for us, for our time, man.
And this goes back to us saying that, you know, go get them to their captivity. You're in Jeremiah real quick.
Yeah.
Get 50 and 33.
Okay, I got you.
Bring that out.
Bring that one out.
50 and 33.
All right.
Okay, I got you.
That's beautiful.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50 in verse 33. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah.
Right, the children of Israel, right, the northern kingdom, right, the so-called Hispanics and Native Americans, right, and who else?
Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah.
And the children of Judah, right, the southern kingdom, man, the so-called blacks, right, the Negroes, right, the West Indies, right, the Haitians, right. Go ahead.
Were oppressed together.
Were oppressed together, right? Now remember, the northern kingdom wasn't in the Babylonian, right? So go ahead.
And all that took them captives held them fast, and they refused to let them go.
So it said they oppressed together. So that's talking about here in Babylon, man.
Yeah.
That's talking about in this modern day Babylon, man. This is our captivity. All right? And our people are all gathered together. And it's so crazy because right now, you know, even where I stay at now, it was a lot of Judah. It was a lot of the southern kingdom, right? But then all of a sudden, now the northern kingdom is mixing in. I see a lot of them moving in, right? Because we all oppressed together, man. We all right here, man. You know?
Gangs all here.
Yeah. Hey, Salakia, man. And this is a example of seeing things in the spirit. My dad, his only Puerto Rican friend, right when he was bringing it out, he rolled past and beat the horn. You feel what I'm saying? Like my dad is only Hispanic friend. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you said it, as soon as you called the scripture out and started reading it, he and beat his head. He know he J too. He know he an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? The Lord just manifests things beautifully, bro.
We all right here.
Yeah, we all right here, bro.
All right
that
here.
was beautiful. Like when you play that music, when you play this video back next week, you gonna see. As soon as he said it, you gonna hear bam, bam. That was him.
As soon as you just said it, the time was 12:12.
Come on.
12 times 12 is 144.
Woo, come on, let's go.
And then when you go into that verse where it said that they wouldn't let them go, this is how you know spiritually that lines up with Revelations 11 and 8. This is spiritually Egypt because the Pharaoh would not let us go, man. They're not letting you go, but through the Spirit. First, Esau has to let you go by letting you know who you is. He can't just let you go. You don't know who you is. In Egypt, we knew who we was, but we didn't know the name of the Lord.
You still at 50?
Yes, I am.
Go to verse 6.
Okay, verse 6.
It's like this is worse than they don't even want it like that.
Yeah.
They don't want to say that.
Right.
They don't even know they Israelites.
That's how
You know, at least in Egypt they knew to keep the commandments.
Yeah.
You know, but they don't even know they Israelites on this side.
That's Isaiah 30, man.
Israelites was worth captivity, man.
Yeah.
Of all captivity. We don't even know where we are, man.
Right.
Hosea 4 and 6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Right. Then that technology make it 10 times worse. You know what I'm saying? Babylon and great. You gotta, you just drawn into TV. It's like it's just witchcraft. Your phone,
Oh yeah,
tablet,
definitely.
your
To be fair,
computer. Yeah.
To be fair, it's a lot of sorcery
Yeah,
too,
it's a lot
though.
of
They
sorcery.
took in crafty
Yeah.
counsel against us.
Now, what's
to
so
be,
crazy
to be
is
fair.
the Lord is taking what that is and is turning it and flipping it for our benefit. Because guess what? How do we learn that we were Israelites?
Come
Right?
on.
Through the web the web that they sent out, right, to try to trap everybody. The Lord used that to His benefit to wake up the people, man. To do the heavy lifting in this thing, man.
Yeah. That's
You know?
beautiful. So because when you level up in the spirit, now you're not distracted. Now you use the technology to your advantage, man.
Right.
You know?
Use the world, not abusing the world.
Yo, I just want you, because you said the Hosea 4 and 6, and you just said, you know, it's really for the elect on this side. You go to Hosea 4 and 6, you said, I will Because you reject me, I reject your children.
Yeah.
The two-thirds, you the children are the ones that rejected the Lord in the time when he was here. You know? And before, when you didn't even want to believe when the prophet was warning you. You know, so verse 6, Jeremiah 50, verse 6, it says, my people have been lost sheep.
Right.
They're
That's what we've been walking around this place, Babylon, man. The land of confusion. We walking around confused, man. Like lost sheep, man. And if you ever seen a sheep, I did a video of this guy. He was walking with a sheep, and he went and he put a bag over himself, and the sheep stood there looking around, looking for the man. So confused, and the man was literally right there behind, man. That's how simple sheep are, man. And guess what? A simple, the Lord calls it simple, right? But the thing about it is, a sheep, right? Because he's simple, he'll go and try to follow anything, right? We had another video where they all followed each other in a circle, man, and they were going to walk themselves to death. Why? Because they didn't have somebody to lead them. And they were leading themselves, and what were they doing? Leading themselves into destruction, man.
Right.
You know?
Again, Jeremiah 50 and 6. My people have been lost sheep, their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill.
Right. We went from a high place to a low place, man. Right? A mountain is a high place. A hill is, you know, we went from top to the bottom, man.
Yeah. Yo, and they show you the false teachers and false prophets. They're shepherds too, man. You know, they're false shepherds. They're shepherds too.
They're hirelings.
Jeremiah 15th chapter.
Yeah. To finish it says they have forgotten their resting place.
Right.
All that.
And that's why people run around here, man, tired, bugged out, man. You got a lady out here strung out, man. They tired, man. They tired of the conditions, and they don't know why they don't know why they're tired. They don't know why they're in these conditions, man.
Yeah.
You know, walking around lost, man.
Yeah.
It says Ezekiel 37, but they're in their graves right now. They have no hope.
Right.
They lost hope.
Right.
Yeah.
But we have that hope. The hope is in Yahawashi, man.
Right.
But that's that hope, but Jake don't want to accept it.
Right. And that's the whole purpose of us going out here to the people of our captivity.
Yeah.
Right? To show them that there is hope.
Yeah.
Right? By this gospel, by this good news, man.
Yeah.
That we know that most of them are going to reject and not going to hear, man.
Right.
Yeah.
All right? Is that in on that?
You got some. No, go on.
What I do?
This is Mark 13 and verse 23. It says, Take ye heed, and it says, behold, I have foretold you all things.
No, Matthew 24. Matthew 24. But hold on to that. Bring your step out.
Look at Matthew 10, verse 22. Ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that beareth to the end shall be saved. Going on the last topic that we gotta be persecuted, man. We gotta be tried out here, man. That we're gonna be thrown to prison houses. We gotta get betrayed. People gotta come against us. So it's gonna get way worse than it is right now. Because right now we only got people come shit on the crime boards and shit like that. But soon we gotta be people literally trying to hunt for our lives, man.
We're telling the truth. We're speaking the truth. We're speaking the words of Yahawashi outside, man. Right? But that's what, you know, this is that thing, man. This is what we understand what we signed up for. And we understand what's going to come to it. Right? Some of us might have to be put to death for this thing, man.
Yeah.
But we got to stand strong, man.
Right.
We got to pray that Yahawashi outside gives us that spirit to endure until the end. Hey, if they got to chop our head off, then goddamn it, do it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the spirit, man.
Yeah.
Because guess what? We're not living anyway, man.
Right.
You know?
So like, even if you go back to the counsel of the Lord, when we go back to Romans 15:4, the Lord gave you example of men of the Lord laying themselves down for this truth, knowing that the only way, you might have to die for this thing, man. You know, and we never tasted that on this side yet, but you already have examples. So like the elder just said, what he just said about the MOTV, because we're getting pushed. You should be more scared of the Lord, right? Because that goes to Daniel 4:17, where the Lord said he ruled in the kingdom of men. So this is all Yahawashi Yahawashi, man. What's making you teach? It's not you. It's Yahawashi Yahawashi that's moving you in these weathers through the storm, and you catching hell off of the camera, man. your house, your work, you catching hell, but you still going out teaching, you still got a lesson. Who's doing that? That's Yahawashi, Yahawashi.
Not yet. Don't have any problem.
All right. Somebody, you got to preach.
This is Revelation chapter 11. Verse goes hand in hand to what the brothers are talking about. Revelation 11, and I'm going to start at verse 10. And they that dwell, verse 11, Revelation 11:11, and after 3 days and a half,
Start at 8.
I start at 8.
Because this is what we're talking about. We're talking about we are spiritually in Sodom and Egypt, right? This is Babylon. This is our land of our captivity, man. We are still in captivity right now. All right.
Revelation
Matter of
11.
fact, Salaki, before this brother bring that out, then that goes with what you said.
Just say it a little loud for
Read it loud.
Yeah.
The book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8.
Mhm.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
All right, we are yet this day, right now. We are in our captivity, man. Right? That's how powerful this book is, man. And we're still right now. We are in our captivity, man. Right? Go ahead.
For thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payment, according to all the iniquities of our fathers.
Right. And that's the thing, right?
Damn.
Subject to payments. Right? What just happened? What just passed, man? Right? It was just the end of tax day, right? It was the 15th.
Yeah.
Right? That's the day that you have to file your taxes, man. That you have to pay your dues, man. Right? That lets you know you're in captivity, man.
Right. And another thing, a sidebar, no other nation could fit what he just read. No nation could fit what he just read because only the nation of Israel became a reproach in the earth.
Right.
You know, and it's all because of transgression. What nation is calculated for doing transgression of the law, and you have to show proof that it was given to other nations at that time when we look at Psalms 147, and you won't see that. So at the end of the day, who would that fit now? You know, and then Jake, we're the main ones that fall under those curses or fall into them same sins.
Right.
But Esau, when they do it, it's like a norm, like laying with your brother or your stepdaughter. That's the norm for them. They're eating roaches, eating back. Jake, that's not Jake norm. But when we go with other nations, we start doing that. You know?
And you can see because they do all this wicked ass shit, but it ain't getting cursed. They're in top positions,
Right.
They rule the world.
Right.
No, but we are getting cursed because we are the Lord's chosen people.
Right.
And no one gives a damn about Jake, man. So they don't care that you're at the bottom, man.
Right.
No one happy to keep you at the bottom, man.
Well, because we broke that contract that we made with the Lord, that's why we subjected under those curses.
Right.
Because according to Deuteronomy 20th chapter, if we broke that agreement, those curses will be brought upon us.
And that's why you see a lot of Jake's celebrity, they don't pay their taxes. What happens? And they go straight to jail, man. Right? Don't pass go. Right? That's what happens to them. But then you got these Edomites, right? They don't pay. They ain't paid in years. Nothing happens to them. That shows you
don't hear about it.
who's running and who's running this place and who's in captivity, man. You know?
They're not cursed like us.
The scripture just said, the scripture Baruch 3:8 said, because if your father's dead, you are yet to day in your captivity. You know what I'm saying? Our father is sick. You know what I'm saying? So this is why we at the bottom, we just said it. You know, because what? The law, statutes, and commandments, you know, the breath of fresh air, the ways of the Heavenly Father was given to us. You know, so we broke the covenant. It wasn't given to them. You know, so this is talking to the Israelites.
Then you got the other joint. You know, remember in Leviticus 13 about the leprosy. They get leprosy now and it don't go away. You know, you be stuck with it. Look, half chocolate, it look like half chocolate. Yeah, you're being skin confused. But back then it would go away.
Finish that out real quick.
Which departed from the Lord our God.
Right, which departed from Yahawashi outside. That's what happens. Guess what? This is what happens when we depart from our power, man. From the only one true living power, man. When you depart from it, this is what happens. This is where we're at right now. Right? In this shithole called Babylon, aka America, aka Sodom and Egypt, man. That the brother's about to bring out right now.
Revelation 11:8, it reads, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
Right, and our people are in that dead estate, right? We're dead from the neck up, man, right? A lot of them, they don't know who they are. They're walking around like goddamn zombies, right? Because they don't know who they are. So their dead bodies are just all around land here, man. Every time you go out and you walk and you see Jake in their condition, man, you see that he's in that zombie estate, man.
Yeah.
Because they don't know who they are. They don't know who their power is, man.
Yeah.
Why? Because we separated from our power, man. You know?
Which spiritually is called Sodom in Egypt.
Right, and we know, hey, listen, in the camps and out the camps, we see it, right? This is spiritual Sodom in Egypt, man. You got people wanting to get, plugged in the, whatever, man. Even in Israel, man. That's how wicked this place is, man. That's the conditions that our people are in, man. And then you got people who are sitting there talking about we're the new covenant. Right? How? Right? And our people are still doing this kind of crazy shit, man. Right? Still had this mindset, man. You know?
Which spiritually is called Sodom in Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
And what are they trying to do right now, man? Right? They're trying to bring back, the Edomite, Caesar Borgia, man, aka the white Jesus, man. And they're about to have people go to these churches tomorrow and worship him, man. Right? Worship him and do all this other wickedness, man.
Right. They don't understand the word, the etymology of words. Easter just means Passat. It's translated back to the original tongue. That's Passover.
Right.
Which, that holiday, folly, Easter, the pagan holiday goes back to the pagan god Easter. Ishtar, which is the fertility god, which we all know, or you should know, what the Lord feels about you even speaking on those gods. Let alone celebrating a day that is dedicated to him.
But what would our people say? Well, that's my mama did it, my grandma did it, my daddy did it, right? And then you think back, it's for the kids. Your daddy never did it because your daddy wasn't there, right? Because it was curses, man. You know what I'm saying? But it was all learned from your mom, man. It was passed down, through the wickedness of this place, man. You know?
And the Lord said we was gonna be living in curses, man.
Right.
And then we just learn even more wickedness, man.
And like you said, this is the worst captivity because we don't know who we are. And we don't know where we come from, right? And we don't know who our Savior is, man. Right? We don't know Yahawashi outside, man. We do, right? But a lot of our people don't, man. That's why we're getting out here to teach them, all right, the true ways, man.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
Verse 10, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth.
And like this brother was saying, these other nations, they love it that we down. They love it that we don't, that we don't know who we are. Right? They're rejoicing. All right? Because guess what? Now they can rule over us. And now they can, they know about it.
They know about it. They talk about it.
Right.
What is that? Psalm 83, 2 to 5. They talking about it. Yeah. They talk about it. This is what we're going to do to keep them at the bottom. This is what they do, man.
They literally have, instructions on people who come from these other countries. They'll teach them how to come in the inner city and to sell to Jakes, man.
I was about to say,
it'll show them.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
just look around. Right.
It'll show them.
Okay.
But it shows them literally, this is what Jake's like, right? They like this, serve them this, give them this, give them that, the shiny stuff, right? This is what they're taught, and they give them money to do that. Why? Because this is a big business, and guess what? Keeping us down means that they're going to be at the top, man.
Ruling. And then they learn how you like your shit made.
Right.
They make your sub,
My friend.
Look, they make your sub real juicy, extra mayo, fry your chicken crispy. They don't eat that shit.
They think they're doing something. You go to Moab, right, and I know you put it there, the shrimp fried rice, and I go to you guys and like, no, I don't eat that shit, man. That shit off my shit. Right, but they know that Simple Jake love that shit, man. Simple Jake wants the fucking bottom feeders in his fucking food, man.
Yo, look. Salaki. Yo, one day, this happened multiple times. Where I just order regular rice, fried rice, right? Nigga like, hook you up with some shrimp fried. This really happened, bro. I don't want that. I don't eat that shit, man.
You can't even eat it.
Yeah.
Because a Simple Jake is going to keep coming back. Oh, man, he hooked me up with some shrimp, man. He hooked me up with some, and that's how they are. That's their mentality, man. Not knowing that you're just destroying, they're feeding you to destroy. What does it say with the Lazarus parable? They lick their swords, man. They're licking your swords. Thinking that you thinking they're doing something good for you, right? You don't want your nasty ass tongue on my shit, man.
Right.
y'all was saying 2 points. You know, like people, it's 2 points that y'all said. The one when y'all talking about the shrink. You know, people say we don't got to do the law, but you know how the scriptures, the Lord say that we became abominable. One way that we become abominable is the food that you eat. That's not even called food. If the Lord didn't say you can eat it, it's not food. You know, that's what made us abominable. Then the other point going into the verse where he said the two prophets. That's who was that dealing with? That's talking about the northern and southern kingdom. When has the other nations in the ancient world been called prophets? Unless the Lord like used them like he did Cyprus or how he did Berlin.
Because these prophets was giving these folks hell, man.
Yeah.
Listen, the prophets was giving folks hell, man.
Yeah.
You know, and they know if the northern and southern kingdom get together, it's going to be hell.
Yeah.
Right? So if you can keep them and you can capture them together and keep them docile together, then you're good. Right? That's why when you see these things where these uproars, like even back in with the Watts riot, you know, they was getting shook. Because why? Because Issachar and Judah was up in there tearing shit up, man. They're like, yeah, just contain it. Yeah, we ain't gonna be able to stop them, man.
Yeah.
You know, they know, man.
It's lucky. They always ain't working, so they're gonna have to regardless. But now since they have taken the bomb for so long, now they contact them. Now they're wild right now, man. You know, the time's coming in. So we're gonna have regardless. They're gonna start revolting and rebelling regardless. Right. You know, that scripture says in Isaiah 19. That Judah shall be a terror to Egypt, right? So look at Jacob gonna be.
We can bring that out.
It's another part like because I know y'all brothers is older. Back then in Buffalo, you know, Jake wasn't really going to the west side.
Yeah.
You know, the Latinos wasn't even going to the east.
side.
Yo, when I first came back to Buffalo, niggas didn't want to go to the west side to sell Montega because the Ricans would be running niggas out of the west side. Huh? Now, since this truth been growing, the Lord got Jake. We all mixed up. Jake over in the west side, Riverside, it was all Ricans. Now Jake taking it over. In South Towns, it was all Edomites. Now Jake taking it over. The Lord is having us come together in unrighteousness and in righteousness.
And on the east side of Buffalo, man. You know, Ephraim was scared to come across the nation. I ain't never going to the east side. Now it's mixed, man. You see, you know, you ride up Bailey, you see Ephraimites living over there, man. They're like, damn.
Yeah.
Like this is really the scriptures really coming to life, man.
Yeah. And they did it with music. Remember the East and West?
Yeah.
The East and West wars? It's the same thing, bro.
God.
In the book of Isaiah, from 19 and 17. And the land of Judah should be a terror to Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof should be afraid of himself.
And you know why? Listen. Hey, Esau has created his top commodity, which is niggas, man. And guess what? Niggas is gonna come home to roost, man. And niggas is gonna act a fool, man. We already seen it on small scales with that Jake who was at the courthouse who leaked. That nigga was flying. That nigga damn near flew over there to snatch her because she was talking her shit. You know what I'm saying? She was talking her shit, trying to sentence that man. He was trying to be calm, and guess what? That lion leaped out on his ass, and he fucking. It took about 5 or 6 people to stop him, man. You know? What more?
That's crazy you said it because Jake Judge was getting dumped by her boyfriend. And as soon as he dumped her, she pulled up and killed him, man. Because she was a Jake Judge, man.
Jake. Jake Judge.
I got a precinct real quick. That's what you said, but no, I actually still got more.
Everyone that maketh mention thereof should be afraid of himself, because the counsel of Yahawashi hosts, which he has determined against it.
Read it again.
Get that out.
Because it really,
that's good.
You see, the brothers bringing out, you know, how they were rejoicing because of our docility, because we are that dead estate. Right. But it's gonna flip back on Egypt.
Backfire.
You know?
Come on.
And the land of Judah shall be a terror to Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid of himself, because the counsel of Yahawashi hosts, which he has determined against it.
Right, because even how wicked Jake is, and that's still the Heavenly Father's chosen people, man. Right? Even the wickedest nigga out here, man, is still Yahawashi Shai's child, man. You know what I'm saying? He gonna use him as his will. He might sign him up for destruction, but for his destruction, and he might be, you know, causing all types, like Nat Turner. You know? You had Nat Turner, man, out there, chopping, going into the damn the slave master's house, man, and chopping their ass up, man. Right?
And the best way to revoke a nigga is not fear. So that's the best way to provoke a nigga, man.
Yeah.
No, to not feel good. Niggas get bad about food.
Yeah.
They will kill you over a goddamn meal, man.
Yeah.
You cook that shit wrong, they kill your ass. They be mad as hell. You ain't fry my chicken iron. You know, that's chicken.
Well, when I talk about it, two black women killed their man over food. The one girl killed him because he made something that she don't like, and another one because he didn't make. I guess he didn't put something on the plate that she actually wanted, but he had it on his plate. She killed that nigga and then ate that food. But both of them are dead.
So they're trying to take stores, shopping malls, and all that shit doesn't close, man.
Yeah.
Those niggas ain't gotta get food.
Right.
Niggas ain't gotta get therapy.
Storage shit is over for all that.
So what you had that nasty food, man?
Yeah.
You know?
All right, finish yours out real quick.
Revelation 11, continuing on at verse 13. Salaki 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High, Yahawashi, entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
And that's what we see happening now, man. Right? The men are raising up, man. Yahawashi is raising up men. Right? No more boys, man.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, yeah, that's my boys, that's my blah, 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 blah. You know, you go to the crib. You got all this whole childish mentality. But now brothers is raising up to be the true men of Yahawashi, man.
Yeah.
Through the spirit.
Yeah.
You know, kicking off that old feminine ass ways, man. And standing firm for Yahawashi, man.
Yeah.
And people are now, when you say that you're not black, now people looking at you like, what do you mean? You know, people getting scared, man. Right? People getting scared of this word. What was I know Elder Apostle Gabar talks about how the limousine pulled up.
Yeah.
And the guy popped out and was like, how do you guys know this? You spent millions of dollars trying to cover this up. But you can't cover up Yahawashi.
Right.
You can't cover up this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Right? It's going to be revealed, man.
Right.
Lord,
You know?
from the beginning,
Right.
They can't stop the truth.
Right.
Stop this word.
And the scripture says, that the spirit of life entered into them. It says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High, Yahawashi, entered into them.
Right.
What is that? What is the spirit of life? It's knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The pure understanding of the Holy Scripture.
The same thing will happen. It's time for 3 days and a half, about 350 years.
Yeah.
1619 and 1969.
Yeah.
With our business.
Yeah.
How you want to
Beginning with other observers.
Yeah. Yo, you gotta understand how dead mistaken was from 250 years not having this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. For it to be out now, that's the mercy of the Lord. Like true mercy of the Lord. And you were just talking about you other niggas. You don't know how much the Lord is really showing mercy on our behalf.
We went through hardcore slavery, man.
Hardcore.
We went through hardcore slavery, man. Bundled up on ships, you know, throwing up, defecating on each other, man.
Yeah.
Right? For 3 months, trying to make it here just to serve, you know, some nasty ass Edomites, man. You know? Right.
Oh, man. They just get
And if you was chaining somebody who was sick, guess what? Your ass was tossed over too, man. Right? Because they had to get rid of that, right? Unless it spread, man. That's what they was doing to it. That's why the sharks followed the ships, man.
Yeah, the route. Yeah, they said they sharks always following that
still
trail.
follow it.
Right.
You know, through the spirit of the Lord, let that be a memorial.
Right.
You know? But Jeremiah, I mean, he done. I'll let you go first because I ain't gonna lie. There's 2 PowerPoints y'all said.
I'm talking about Judah real quick because we were just talking about the Lord rising up Judah in his last days. I'm going back to Genesis 49. Genesis 49 and verse 8 it says, Judah are he whom thy brethren shall praise. It says, thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. It says, thy father.
And guess what? We right in there, man. Our people are into the politics. Our people are in every aspect of this country, man. They're in every aspect of this place, man. They're right there. They're right at the top, man. Some of the president, some of their top general men is Jake's, man.
Yeah.
You know, this is how close we are.
That's right. That's right, bro. And guess
Well,
what? And when Jake started getting a little bit of power, what do? they take it from him. Oh hell no, he can't rise up like this. No, they get at him.
As long as you're a good one.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep
We're
you,
gonna keep
you
you
know,
in there. Yeah,
as long as
yeah.
you're a good one, but
They know
you act up.
They know
Yeah,
good old boy.
start getting power, so it's
Yeah.
over.
Right.
Then I go back to the Pharisees. Remember how they said, man, we can't let these people rise up and believe
That's
in them,
scary.
because then Rome will come and
Yeah.
take all of this from us.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they knew Yahawashi. That's
Yeah,
a fact.
They
Hopefully
wanna
it did
keep
happen.
their power.
They want to keep
It
their
did
fame
happen
and their
already,
power.
already.
Right.
With
Absolutely.
nerve.
And there's nothing new under the sun because it's
Right.
continuing to happen. It happened in ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Oh,
hold on.
crazy.
These folks is,
They
these
knew-
folks is
they
a lot.
knew that he was
They're
Yahawashi.
gonna get way more deeper than that. That's why they look and they try to say that there's there's not a lot of us here. There's a lot of us here, man.
Yeah.
We know it, right? We know we're not supposed to count.
Yeah.
What is Esau trying to do? He's trying to do the census.
Yeah.
He's trying to count and see how many is in there. And guess what? Just through their Jake's natural instinct, what do? They don't answer the door when they be knocking. They don't, they be ducking and dodging the census, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just on their spirit, man. You know?
So it says, thy father's children shall bow down before thee. It says, Judah is a lion's woke from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he crouched as a lion. And as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
Right. And you see, even right now, it takes a lot for Jake to rise up,
Right.
Right? Jake might get a little angry,
Right.
and they calm his ass down, right? That's what Ecclesiastes 7:7, man.
Right.
A gift destroyed the heart.
Now,
you know?
who shall rouse Judah up?
Right.
The Lord.
Right.
The Lord got Judah up right now.
That spirit. That's
Brothers
putting
and
back
sisters,
on.
Yeah. Judah back on his feet, just like
Right.
Ashton was just talking about, man.
Come on.
With the breath of fresh air, man.
Come on.
You know, and with this, Judah unstoppable. There's nothing you can do about it.
Now hold on. That's regular Jake. Think about the minute Yahawashi
Yeah,
shot.
Woo!
When the spirit gets on them, man.
Talk, bro.
You know? That's gonna be
That part.
hell to pay, man.
No, but
You
you
know?
go in the spirit of another way that they can be roused is because now when you come in the truth, you know who your adversary is. You get roused on how the conditions that they put your people through.
Yeah.
You said before we came out, as soon as you step outside, the air or something don't feel right. Right? You're breathing not right. You got to take all these damn pills. The more knowledge you get, the more aroused you is. Like, damn, man, the Lord gotta come, man. You know, you start getting tired of it.
That's a
Somebody
fact.
get Ecclesiastes 1 in 18, 19.
Nah.
No. I just want to what you were saying.
One more verse. Genesis 49 and verse 10. It says, the scepter shall not depart from Judah. It says, nor a lawgiver from between his feet. You see this, and the Lord is using Judah, man.
Right.
Okay, Judah is the number one lawgiver right now, man. You know, he rose Judah up first. You know, and that's how you know that we're living in the end times. And this is prophecy, man. Because most brothers you see is Judites. You know, it says until Shiloh come. It says until it says.
Read it again from the
Verse 10, it says, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh comes.
Until Shiloh come,
Yeah,
man.
there you go.
Right, until Yahawashi crack that
Right.
sky, man, and come, man. Right, it's gonna be on, man.
Hey, and I want to say this too, and that's even that right there is a reason for these elites to be fearful, because they did a lot to Judah, man.
Yeah.
They did a whole lot to Judah to keep Judah down, man. They like out of all the other tribes, Judah got it the worst, and to see Judah rise up.
It's the greatest thing on the earth right now.
It's a scary thing for these devils, man.
Yeah. It's the greatest thing on the earth
It's a
right
fearful
now.
That's
thing.
why
Fall into the hands of the
in Revelation chapter 11 and 11 it says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Right.
Who is them? This is talking about the elite of the society, man.
But think about how much they've done, right? They push it in everything we do. They push it in the food. They push it in the media. They're trying their hardest to try to just demoralize and bring down Judah, because they know, because Judah is
They know.
Yeah, Judah's the one that all the other tribes, you
That's
know,
right.
they looking at. They like, damn, you know, and the slap everything they go, man.
Yeah,
Like,
you know,
like
oh, Salaki, go ahead.
Like for instance, the Willie Lynch clans. Now since the beginning, man,
Right.
they set up generational trauma, man.
Right.
So the woman begets the man begets the kid, the man the woman. So the woman looking at him or looking towards the one man.
Right. And it's to the point now, Salaki, it's to the point now where Judah, he has enemies everywhere, man.
Yeah, I got
From his
pieces.
women, from everybody, all around. There's nothing but enemies going on. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta understand, man.
You know, I got this Zechariah chapter 12, verse 7.
Real quick before I use it. Because what he said about Judah, it was something I was talking about with Sam, and you know we always bring it out about the elders or the leaders. Like when you want to become a leader, you get afflicted the most, and some people can't handle the leader position. So when you see how Judah is the head one, that's why Judah got afflicted the most, because the Lord put him at a higher estate than all the other tribes. So whoever got a higher position is going to have to take the more of a load. That's why Yahawashi, what he had to deal with, he had to take the higher one, because he higher than the angels.
Beautiful. So let me finish this out. I'm read it again, Sam. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh come, and until him shall the gathering of the people be. Woo! Gathering of the people. Come on, go ahead, bro.
And this goes spot on to what the brothers is talking about, because we're talking about Judah right now, him being risen up first. This is Zechariah chapter 12. We're going to start at verse 7. The Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first. That's the key point. That the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah.
And think about this, because ultimately this is prophecy. This was already prophesied from the beginning, man. We see it right back in Genesis.
Yeah.
Right, that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, and it's all this is just playing into itself, man.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead.
But through the Spirit, how Judah gets saved first, because that goes back that they was the first ones to come to the truth, to get baptized by that water, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And the Lord started off through the Spirit with Abba Bivens being, Elijah again, and that's how he's saving Judah. That's how he saved us first, because he brought that lot of John the Baptist back.
The original John the Baptist was in Judah, because they were preaching Jordan to Judah. When Yahawashi was
Hey, and Yahawashi, Yahawashi defeated death. Yahawashi was what tribe? Tribe of Judah.
Remember what Judah did? Remember when they tried to sell Joseph? He told him, don't kill him. He had mercy on his brother. Just sell him away. Don't kill this man.
That was righteous.
And that was it. Even though they was doing it for wickedness, but it was all like all this stuff is all
Prophecy.
it all coincides together, man. All these things, into their proper order, man.
This is this Amos 9 and 11. And in that day I will raise up the tabernacles of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. Man, that's plain.
It's like the tabernacle of David includes all tribes. All 12 tribes. And all 12 tribes follow David. And the Lord doing it right now, man. Again, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom together, man. Here, right now, in America, not crossing Kenya, not crossing China, Asia, Russia. No, in America, man. That's where the joy is big is, in America. Come on.
Hey, but even David's from the tribe of Judah. Showing you who.
Now it don't matter. Like ultimately, man, it don't matter what tribe you're from. If you on the church, you doing the work, man. You in good standings, man. You know what I'm saying? We just speaking of the scriptures. We just speaking of prophecy, man. Judah shall rise up first, man. His brethren shall praise him, man. That's what you see. You see a lot of Judites out here, man. It's just the scriptures is speaking, man. Now you see all other tribes too, but ultimately, for the most part, you see Judah. And a lot of brothers, they think they Judah, but they really Gad and other tribes and stuff like that, which is fine. It don't matter what tribe you from, honestly. If you in there, you in there. Shit,
got a
But-
precept.
Go ahead.
Because in Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9, the thing that had been, that which shall be, and that which done, that which shall be done. There's no new thing under the sun. No, so in the ancient world, Judah was always the top one. So Judah and Benjamin, so they're always together, man. So it was the top tribe, man. No, but only right now, it's the same thing, man. No, Judah's the top tribe, man. That's why you see majority of Judites out there preaching this word, man. No?
Yeah.
No, only it is what it is, man. As Scripture said that, the Lord gonna stop the hatred between Judah towards Ephraim,
Right.
and envying
Yes.
Ephraim
Yes.
against Judah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We should not vex Ephraim.
Right.
Yeah. Because I ain't gonna lie, yo, this is really true, bro. Like, man, and I love my Ephraimite brothers. I keep it
Absolutely.
a stack. I love my Ephraimite brothers. I always had a connection with Ephraim. But a lot of times you see them ones, and you can tell they envy you. They looking at you
They
crazy.
grilling you.
Yeah.
That just happened to me last night. I'm doing security. That happened to me last night, bro. I'm over here with the brothers chilling, talking. You got some Ephraimites coming in there, just like, I'm like, damn, bro. I don't even be cool with how to tell myself this is your Ephraimite brother.
Cousins.
Yeah.
That's
So I'm
the
like,
curses,
all right,
man.
so I can't do too much. Like,
It's the
but
curses.
yeah, it's
man.
there though.
Yeah, it's the curses,
But
man.
it's the same thing even growing up in California, you know, with Issachar, you know, it was that same kind of thing with Issachar. You know, I had a Issachar partner, man. We grew up, we used to play baseball together, we used to do all that, right? Got into high school, it was a whole different story, man. It was kind of that separation, man, of the tribes, man.
Yeah.
We'd all be sitting there looking at each other, waiting for something to pop
Yeah,
off.
something to pop
man.
off,
You know
that's
what I mean?
weird.
But then after a while, you see him, you know, hey, Beto, hey, what's
Yeah.
up, Beto? You know,
Yeah.
Beto's like, hey, what's up, ho? You know what I mean?
That's
We
like
good,
what-
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
There was that tension in the air.
yeah. But you know, and it's just, you know, all that stuff is coming together. What's that, Ezekiel 37, where it talks about the twig, the tree?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. But go ahead, you had a precept, right?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I had two, but I don't wanna hold it too long. But it was a point that one of y'all just said, and it made me think of this verse. So I think some of y'all said something, I forgot what it said, but y'all be saying so many points. This is Isaiah 52, verse 3 in the NLT. It says, "For this is what Yahweh says, when I sold you into exile, I received no payment. Now I can redeem you without having to pay for you." And through the Spirit, the Lord did pay for us by the ransom of Yahawashi.
Right.
You know, the Lord sold us to the nation and didn't get anything in return. It was something that one of you brothers said.
Scripture said we're going to be redeemed without money, man.
Right.
Come on. No, ain't going to be no silver and gold.
Right.
Yahawashi is coming back. He's coming back with vengeance
Yeah.
to get his folks back.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, those are the elect, man.
Right.
You know, started with the elect.
It's another precept off of something y'all said. I'm telling you, you got the Lord talking. Not y'all, the Lord was talking. I don't know what y'all got going on, but this is Judges 2 and 10. This goes back to when Sam said the children don't even know who the Lord is, right? Judges 2 and 10, it says, "Also all that generation were gathered unto their fathers, and there arose another generation after them which knew not Yahweh, nor yet the works which you had done for Israel." This is why your mom or dad, your cousin is not ecstatic on the Lord, but they'll say they got a relationship with the Lord. But you ask them, what do you remember what he did? Remember what he did about, you know, the people in Egypt, but then they can't identify that those are the people. They don't know, okay, what's the Lord's name? Jesus, God, Lord. Actually, the name don't matter. The Lord took that from us, man.
They'll get home from work and be like, oh man, they just work me like a Hebrew slave.
Yeah,
Like, I know
so
what the hell they
that's
said,
something,
man.
right.
You know, they have a zeal for the Most High, but not
bro.
according to knowledge.
Real.
You know?
They ain't really talking about themselves.
Yeah,
though.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Whole time, we
Yeah.
didn't even know. We done said this so many times.
Man,
We
crazy.
be like a Hebrew slave. That's
Right.
talking about ourselves.
Right.
Whole time, it was you in Egypt
Whole
getting your
time,
ass
right.
whooped.
He said the same thing. Well, I'm tired as hell right now.
Then that
You know
go
what
back to
I'm
what you
saying?
said at work. You know, when you look up the word spew in Revelation, the 3rd chapter, it means vomiting. The Lord vomit you out. All of us actually, but he allowed the elect to come back into his bosom, come back into the wings, come back into the arms. The rest of y'all is vomit out. Y'all can't come back. When he said a dog goes back to his vomit, he 2/3 is fucking dogs, man. You know? I'll get this last one. I don't know if I should get this one or that one because y'all brothers, you know, instead of the trading places, I'll get this one. This Limitations, the 5th chapter, starting at verse 4. It says, "We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us, And that goes back to water. Water is free. You get it every day.
You can chop a tree down on your own.
Come on, you gotta pay for that.
You will get a fine if you chop a tree down.
Right, or if you collect water.
Yeah.
How they know you collect the water? Right? It says, our next are under persecution, we labor and have no rest.
Read that again, Salaki.
Okay. It says, I'll start at 4 again. It says, we have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us.
Somebody, wait, hold that. Somebody get 2nd Ezra 16, or 6 and 54. I think it's 54. Right? We gotta pay for our own. We gotta pay for our own water. Right? We're paying for our own wood that is ours. Right?
Second Ezra 56, verse 54. And after these, Adam also, when thou mayest rule of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Right, and the Heavenly Father has chosen the Israelites, man, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Go ahead, keep reading.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou made the world for our sake.
So the water is for what? It's our sakes. The wood was our sakes. And now here we are paying for that shit, right? Here we are getting taxed, going to jail for getting fined for the stuff that was originally that's ours, man. Right? That's out of order, man. You know what I mean? I just wanted to bring that out. You know what I'm saying?
Verse 5, it says, our necks are under persecution, we labor and have no rest.
And literally, right? We've seen it with George Floyd, man. Our necks be persecuted all day long, man. And they not only did it to George Floyd, they did it to a Northern Kingdom brother in California. Right. Sat on his neck till he died, right? It's the same thing that happened to us. That's what I'm saying. We all know that we are the same people, man. Because the same afflictions that we go through, that's what the other tribes go through too, man. You know?
And another way of your neck being persecuted is that you always got to be on the move in this captivity. Because you always got a bill to pay, right? And shoot, you'll be like, man, I got enough to pay this, but I don't got this. You know what? I'll catch some extra hours. A lot of Jake is like David, getting mandated. You know, even yourself, you mandating yourself to motherfucking extra hours. Yo, do you think you can work Friday? Man, I don't really want to, but man, that $1,000 check look good, and that can help. And then you go ahead and do it, man. And then we don't got no rest because you don't got no vacation. Even if you're on vacation, they lower your damn check. Why can't get the same pay that all them brothers is working damn near 50, 52 hours or 48? They gonna give you only 40 for your vacation. That don't make sense.
The more you work, the more overtime you get, the more taxes they take out. Come on. So when you get that extra day, it's like you ain't really did shit. You get $100 extra dollars, what the hell I do that extra day for? You gave them the money.
Work for free and then gave them the money.
Oh, and another way to show you in captivity, none of y'all signed up for the things they take out of your check. You know, you paying the cops. You paying for the garbage if that's not even coming out. You paying for FICA and for the military and for the food that goes into jail. They taking that out of your check, man.
Right? No, nothing about that.
You got a house.
All that money you done gave up.
Property taxes. You paying for a school. You might even have kids. Your ass paying for the school system to teach them folly. To teach them to be good, institutionalized children. To follow the ways of Esau.
You know, just in case you got kids to take it.
Hey, look. When I was living, matter of fact, right now I pay $4,000 a year for school taxes, and my kids ain't even in fucking school. Right. Just because I live out there. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit's crazy. This is captivity, man. Real talk. You gotta pay for everything. Ain't shit for you.
You buy a car, but guess what? You can't drive it on the street unless you register it and you pay money for it. Right? It's nothing in this world here is yours, man.
Hey, they make you think Africa is all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They make you think like, oh, you go out there, you should be happy. You ain't living in Africa. When they live off the land, they go get a damn orange off the goddamn tree.
They eat real food.
Yeah, real food. Real cattle. But America, they put one. You watch TV late at night and they got the Ethiopian child, the ribs touching and shit. Make you look poverty.
And then they slap the shit on your plate. They slap the shit on your plate and say, eat this. You know what I'm saying?
They got a nerve to actually be one of fucking them. Hell no! I ain't donating you shit. I'm already donating my own all my taxes.
Right, exactly.
Damn!
Pay taxes and donate.
You want more?
No, and then you find out like Red Cross, even insurance, all of that was funded by slavery. You know, everything that they made money off of it all goes into those charities.
Everything was built off the backs of chicks, man.
Right.
You know, in the land of your captivity. Right?
So most of those charity organizations, they get money, or they take the money from the donation and take it for themselves.
Yeah.
Really, they're paying nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh shit!
He
Bro,
was
you
on-
almost got, bro.
He almost-
Jake is destroyed, bro. This man almost died. Clean.
He was almost in the spirit.
Yo, real talk.
No,
Real
is,
talk.
No, that was the one from the Lord because that's how close he is, and that's how close the truth is about to be gone, bro.
Yo, I thought he was hit. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yo, that's
how
real
close it
mercy.
was.
I'm watching.
Big
I'm watching
Jackie
both
got
of
touched,
them.
bro.
I'm watching both of them.
That's mercy of the Lord.
Yeah, he lucky.
Yo, verse 6, it says, we have given, and you know it's crazy, he walked past the men of the Lord.
Yeah.
That was mercy.
Yeah. Lord have mercy on your life.
Yeah.
Make that happen next time.
Right. It says, we,
Like, that's how simple minded Jake is. This is what's going on, man. This is why this place has to go, man. This is why we're coming out here to the in the land of our captivity to warn our people, man.
Right.
Because this shit is
Yeah.
this is not what you want, man.
Yeah, this is what
You
you
know?
want.
If you haven't figured it out, you know, they already showed you, you know, all this shit that you paying for ain't worth nothing.
Right.
Right? But you thinking that you coming up, you thinking that you doing something, because you got all this money, you got this fancy ass bag that they made for $5, and they
Right.
selling it to you for $500. And you think you coming up because you spent your damn little money,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, on that. You know, for a name, man. Come
Right.
on, man.
Shit, even the animals are pricey.
Right.
Like, just the other day, I saw a squirrel eating goddamn trash, man.
Word?
Yeah, eating some,
Dang.
eating some goddamn plastic wrapper, man. It was a Porsche, man.
Yeah, well, where's the trees we can get shit from?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There ain't nothing
Ain't
over
shit
here,
growing
man.
yet.
let alone
Yeah.
Esau, he cut him down for his
Yeah.
own business,
Right.
And the Lord told us that it was certain trees and how many trees we could really cut down, you know. Verse 6, it says, we have given the hand to the Egyptians and to the Assyrians, and to be satisfied with bread. And, you know, through the spirit now, because you know this is really dealing with Babylon.
Right.
Through the spirit, this is really Esau, because America is symbolic to the Egyptians,
Right.
who's the new pharaoh, and Assyrians, because the Assyrians had I don't know if y'all know, but the Assyrian had a great army, and they used to afflict many nations.
Right.
Many nations, and Esau learned his war tactics from the Assyrians. Right, verse 7, it says, our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities. That go back to what Sam said earlier. Servants have ruled over us. There is none that doeth deliver us out of their hand. Right, and that show you that everybody that's rich, it wasn't made for them to deliver us. No celebrity, no spokesman, no Farrakhan, no that's only fit for Yahawashi. That's what his name means. It says, we gad our bread with the perils of our lives because of the sword of the wilderness. Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. They ravished the women in Zion, and the maids in the city of Judah. Princes are hanged up by their necks. Their faces of elders were not honored. So look what we have now. Go ahead.
The whole point makes about to their so skin got black because of famine.
Yeah.
Now when they go through famine, they get darker.
Uh-huh.
You know, they lose their how you say, their vibrancy.
Yeah.
Because when Jake is healthy, you know, their skin gets all right. So they got glow.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
when they're unhealthy, it gets dark.
Yeah.
Like that's why you see a lot of black niggas.
Yeah.
You know, because they unhealthy.
Like you see a bum out here, and when they walking, you can tell. Like they get dark and charcoal looking. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But through the spirit, our women getting ravished now through this porn, through the music industry. Our women getting ravished. Everybody want to be a sexy grave. Right, I'm almost done here. It says, they took the young men to grind, and the children fell under the wood. The elders have seized from the gate the young men from their music. The joy of our heart is seized. Our dance is turned into mourning, man. You know, Jake don't got that soulful feeling no more. A brother in I forgot what city he in, but it was Great Millstone. It was GMS dedication, I believe. He said back in the old days we enjoyed one another. You remember when you was talking to a girl, you couldn't wait to go home to get on the phone, you know, get your little smooth chat talking to her, right? We was able to have conversations with each other. You wasn't fighting. Relationships was more loving. Women came out wearing their natural hair. They was willing to work out their body. Now it all changed. A lot of our men and women are artificial. You got men not working out but getting BBL abs, BBL chest. This is Drake. That what yo niggas is really doing. They not even working out. Now when they get the BBLs, now they want to work out. Jake, we lazy now, man, because that spirit. What's the dude in Mortal Kombat? Shang Tsung. Yeah, he taking the Lord, took that shit from you, man. Like Sam, man, it's scary to be in the hands of the Lord, man.
Because this society has grown more and more into a convenience society. All about convenience. How fast can you get? How fast can you take it? Now, this is what all the society is about. That's why the majority of niggas are lazy, fat, out of shape. So the mind's dull, they can't think, they don't want to think, because they're all on the internet, man. So they get everything from the internet now. They get all their knowledge from the internet. Whatever knowledge that they have, but it's not even that much. No, because they don't give a damn anymore.
Right.
No?
Patience is running thin.
Yeah, right.
You know, I was talking to my son, you know, just let him, like, because everything, the children nowadays, everything has to be instantaneous.
Yeah.
Right? They can't wait. They don't know how to wait on stuff.
Right.
You know? I was just telling him just how we were back in the day playing video games. Shit, we had to start from the beginning on the game. Every time.
Yeah,
as soon as you plugged in that cartridge, you put that shit in. You had to start from the beginning and work your way to the end.
We'll just unplug the thing out the TV, leave it running like Mario.
Yeah.
Because back in the day it wasn't saved.
Yeah.
You had to unplug it, leave it running,
You
then
had to
come
go
back
through
to
it
it
all
and
the
play
way
it
from
again.
the beginning.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But that's, you know, we understood that. You know, when your parents said you was gonna go, you had to wait.
Yeah.
And shut the hell up.
Right.
Nowadays, you know, they want it right then, right now, man.
Right.
You know, they're getting more impatient at this point.
Then you got kids now asking how much money you make, how much you pay for this, right? Then instead of just asking, more demanding, Mom, can I get this? It's not more in that type of way. Like, Mom, I want this. You know, our kids is grown up with no manners. Then they leaving you and going to school learning from somebody that's either not of your nation, ain't teaching them what you supposed to be teaching. And that's how Esau, another way to separate the kids from the parents, have a whole stranger teaching your kids. It doesn't matter what degree, because in the ancient world, you was learning from people of your nation. You know, you had scholars that were Israelites teaching your children, your uncle, your brother, you know, this brother over there, or the priest. Now they going over to Lindy Lusa, to East High Elementary, and guess what? The kids in the hallway having sex. You know.
That's lucky. So they make this society instant gratification society. So when they take all this shit away, or take all the pleasures, the internet, and all that shit away, so they can be fucked up.
Yeah.
They don't know how to. The majority, they don't know how to think for themselves. Right? They don't know how to operate on their own. Right? So they need to be told. They need to be told how to think, how to act, how to move. And they try to think on their own. They got fucked up, man. They're fucking themselves, man.
Yeah, this is why we have to go out to these highways and hedges and to show our people and direct them to Yahawashi Shai, man, the right way. You know, I saw this video on YouTube like a couple days ago, and it was showing the 90s, man. It was like, man, they said, man, how we used to do when there was no internet, man. Folks was out there having fun, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Water balloon fights in the summertime.
People was actually doing stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know, nowadays everybody's trapped inside, like Neo the Matrix, man. You know, they trapped their little
Neck down.
right.
Now Jake locking their
Everybody
doors.
head down. Yeah.
In the ancient world, you wasn't locking your doors.
You had constantly looking at your damn phone for 10 minutes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like life is just horrible right now.
Right.
It's not. It's just horrible.
Right. Snacks is not the same.
Yeah, man.
Fruit's not the same. Water, you drinking. Man, I drink water. What you drinking? And I drink it out of plastic. It's real. It's the best water. But you get chemicals in your motherfucking water.
Yeah.
Okay, it's everything on this side is made to deteriorate us.
Worse and worse.
But it's really the wisdom knowledge of the Lord that gives you life. What is it called? Quicken.
Yeah.
The Lord make us alive.
Yeah.
That's why, man. I can't wait for Jacob's trouble, man. When Jacob's trouble hits, man, these people out here, they gotta lose their mind.
Yeah.
Somebody give me like 2 and 10.
Okay, I got you.
2 and 10. You know, some of these milking stuff too. You know what I'm saying?
But real quick, get this. Read that.
Now this book of Luke chapter 14, verse 23. And the Lord said, the Lord said to his servant, go out to the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled.
Right. That's what we're out here to do, man. Right? But we know this is not invite for everybody, man. right? Because it says many are called, but few are chosen. Right? We're only out here for the elect, man. Right? You have these other Israelite camps who want to have and try to get everybody, right? And we should be in that same spirit. We should go right in the midst of everybody and try to get everybody. Brother, you need to come over here and hear what, you know, knowing that the Lord has blinded, there's nothing you can do that can get that brother or that sister to see this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because it wasn't given unto them.
Right.
You know?
After a while, it becomes vainglory.
Right.
Now you just going out there to be heard, be seen. You're not really speaking the truth and sincerity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's all for like brownie points or being able to say you taught somebody.
Be seen of men.
You're thinking that is really you. It's not you, man.
And you know what stuck with me? That day that lady came over here and asked us, you know, how many souls have we saved? That's not our job. Our job is to keep the land up. We're in 11. Go to the children of captivity and give them my words, you know, and let them know, and give them warning from me, and let them know if they don't do it, guess what? Their ass is gonna die, right? That's all we can do. It's gonna be their choice.
Right. Water, but the Most High, He's the one get an increase. Right. It's up to the Lord, man.
Right. And in the spirit, that would kind of be a sin, because if you count how many souls is in there, that's the same as David counting Israel. You know, you shouldn't be counting how many people in the faith. Because what if the ones that you count? Right.
That means now that's saying that you can do this shit.
Yeah.
Well, if you can do it, then go do it by yourself. You don't need Yahawashi.
Right.
You know?
And none of the old prophets and old was trying to get everybody. That's why the Lord even said, teach, even if they hear or forbear.
Right.
You know, you're supposed to teach the word and then keep it moving and go to the next city. That's what Luke, the 10th chapter, is about. But we didn't come out to gather everybody. When the Lord was in the mountain, when he was teaching 5,000 men, and even women and children, that they was following him, and he was teaching the word. Even a little boy, I got fish, and he took the little boy's fish and it made damn near multiple fish out of it. Even the little kid wanted to hear the word. You know, you ain't gotta shake the hand. There's nothing wrong if you see somebody looking at you, watching you teaching, you be like, hey brother, you see anything interesting? But we're not here to say, everybody come and hear the word. We wasn't made to do that. We were only made to target the elect.
Because we believe in the true power in Yahawashi.
Right.
We believe that the Heavenly Father, we really believe in the Spirit. We believe in the Lord is gonna, wake up his sheep no matter what. See, this is not our business. All right? It wasn't the Lord that woke this brother up. None of us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord has a certain selective few, man.
Yeah.
Okay, I always say that the diamonds in the rough, that's a small number, man. Right? And there's nothing we could do. Because our flesh, man, knowing the power of this wicked ass flesh, you know it's the Lord, man. You know the Lord is moving us, man. So at the end of the day, it don't matter how many people we speak this word to, we've experienced it. Yeah. We've taught thousands of people over years, man. You know, and then where they at? Like where they at? You know? So this is how you know this is only for a small sanctuary, man.
Even when Yahawashi was feeding the multitude, like the brother was saying, on one point, when they were searching for him.
Yeah.
And he's saying, you're not searching for me for the words and the miracle. You were searching because you wanted the food, man. Yeah. There was people just following too, just for that. You know, and the Lord knows who is and who's not, man.
Why do you speak to them in parables?
Right.
Because it is not given to them to understand.
Right.
But to you it is given.
Right.
Okay.
Those Israelites.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody not meant to hear this word, bro. That's why you brothers, man, you gotta count it blessed that the Lord is giving you this 100% truth. Giving you the mindset to know who the men of the Lord are. Yeah. You know the name of the Lord. You can see certain things through the Spirit. Yeah. Yo, we blessed, bro.
Yeah, that's why this word is so precious, because this word, what does it say? Converting the soul. What is that?
Yeah.
Somebody get that real quick. That converts the soul. I'm just thinking Proverbs.
Yeah, Proverbs 19:7.
Somebody get that real quick.
Proverbs 19:7?
Yeah. Because
Psalms 19:7.
what you understand is this word, if everybody hears it, they're going to be healed. If they can hear this word, they're going to be healed. But the Lord clearly says so many times he doesn't want the word, he doesn't want them to hear it because he doesn't want to heal them.
That's Isaiah chapter 6.
Yep. Isaiah 6. That's another one.
This is Psalms 19:7.
Uh-huh.
The law of Yahweh is perfect, converting the soul.
Converting the souls, man. That's what's gonna happen. Go ahead.
The testimony of Yahweh is sure, making wise the simple.
Making wise the simple, man.
Come on.
But the Lord doesn't want to give everybody this, man.
Right.
Not even his own people, man.
Come on.
He only has an elect people that he's given to this.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how precious this word is. That's how powerful this word is.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If their ears could be open and their mind can understand, and they would get it and they'll be converted. And listen, you didn't learn your lesson.
Yeah.
So the Lord's got to teach you, so he's got to cover your ears, man.
Hey,
And shut it so that you can't hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, because you say the point. And when you even look at when Yahawashi was on the cross, that's another example to know you that it's not for everybody. Because only one man said, "Hey, Lord, please remember me in your paradise." Yeah. And he said, "Okay, you're going to be with me." And like the elder apostle said, he said that's the example of like truly repenting, asking the Lord to remove you in His kingdom. The other dude laughed. Hey, if you can't even get yourself down, you didn't just hear what this.
You got a precept, didn't you?
Yeah, I have one.
Yo,
Keep holding.
you didn't hear what this man just said? That goes back to what's said. That's how dumb and spoiled Jake is. Yeah. You didn't just see what this man said, and then Yahawashi said, "I'm gonna remember you in my kingdom," and you over here are worried about him getting himself down on the throne. It's not meant for everybody, man. You know, that's scary, man. Even if you in it, it's still scary because the Lord can kick your ass out of this thing, man. Sam said it months ago. He said you could be walking down the street and the Lord throw a spiritual stone at you. Next thing you know, your back going out. You don't even know what the hell wrong. Your car don't even motherfucking work. But it was something that you motherfucking did, or the Lord trying to see is you thinking about him, man. Yo, I'm telling you.
Because this is the ultimate trial period right now. Man.
Yeah.
And it's gonna get worse as time goes. But the Lord is trying, especially you true followers, man. You know, these spirits know you, man. You know, you got spirits assigned to you, believe it or not. You know, they waiting for your next fuck. I'm about to play on this nigga mind right now. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's come with, man. That's what this come with. You niggas, you Israelites in that rap spirit and doing all this other shit that ain't got nothing to do with the ministry. You in the wrong place, man. You just know you an Israelite, man. You're not really a part of the body of Yahawashi. You have no vision. You don't know what the fuck is going on, man.
You doing anything else but this ministry.
Yeah.
But going out here and feeding and edifying and warning the sheep. Right. You go out here, you got folks who want to stream, want to be streamers. They want to do all this other shit, but do the work of Yahweh City outside. Right. And that was given unto you. That's your first love. That's why Yahweh said, remember your first love, man.
Yo, Gorilla just said it a few days. He said he the top streamer in Israel or something.
Who cares? Who gives a damn, man?
It's not bringing out nothing edifying.
Ain't nothing edifying.
Nothing edifying, man. I seen the little thing that he did. He driving past. It's a Jake shot on the ground. Oh man, what happened to him? He gets shot.
Who cares?
That's what's wrong with him. Right. You know, but that's what you want to televise, and you sitting at the bar, you know, with folly.
Whatever happened to him, the Lord did that.
Right.
Why are you even worried about that, man?
But that's the madness.
The sheep is hungry, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all do, man. I'm
You're trying to twist everything but set the word, man.
They're meant to be. So it's set up
Right.
No, it is said to be false teachers. The Lord got true teachers and the Lord got false teachers. He's a righteous balance.
We just
Righteous.
And you're gonna need more wicked ones because there's more people that are gonna perish, right?
Yeah. It's gonna be
2/3.
It's gonna be
Right
more
here in
wicked
Babylon.
Israelites. It's gonna be
Right.
more wicked Israelites than righteous
So
ones.
you're gonna have more of them on that side.
We just said Yahawashi following was smart, man.
Right.
You know, he made 70 disciples turn around, man. One parable, they couldn't get it. You see, that just goes to show you that everybody don't get this, man. Everybody not gonna get that, man. Right. You know, and it's only them certain selective few that's actually gonna get it and keep. No, hell no, Lord, I know you got the words of eternal life. We with you.
Okay. Right.
You know, explain. Hold on. Explain to us.
Okay.
You feel me? What does it mean, Lord? But they act like they ain't even asked for the understanding, man.
And that's what you should be doing, right? That's what James 1:5 says. You know, if any man lack wisdom, you should be asking the Heavenly Father for it, man.
Give it to you, right?
You know, and our people they don't want to. They don't want to figure that out. Hell, when I couldn't figure out the sound, I had to fast and pray about it, man. Like I can't see it, Lord. Open my eyes. And I had to fast and pray for the Lord to show me. You know, and now guess what? I can't see the Friday, Saturday, unless it's like what's right now. You know what I mean? Right. It's too clear. Yeah, it's too clear.
I was ignorant as hell.
It's too clear. And then sitting there at Slovakia, I was watching your boy Captain Cesario today, and so this lady calls in and she was questioning him about that. And he was like, no, it's Friday to Saturday. He was like, they changed it, you know, the church says that they made the first day, which is Sunday, you know, blah, blah, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like but this is the madness, man.
That's like even Esau, they agree.
Right.
No, who cares about Esau?
Right. But he's acting like in the scriptures it says Friday, Saturday to Saturday sundown is the like there's like that's in there, man. Show me in the scriptures where that's in there, man.
Right now we in that, you know.
Right. Why? Because the moon dictates.
The moon dictated it, right?
You know?
See, we all keeping it right now.
But the cool thing about it is he said, well, these other high holy days, guess what? They're shaped by the moon. But then when it comes to the actual Sabbath, he said these other ones, these are Sabbaths and these are Sabbaths. But when it comes to the actual Sabbath, it's not. It's Friday, Saturday. Like, what? Like that makes no fucking sense, man.
How is a new moon Thursday, but the next day is a Sabbath?
Right.
The next.
Like, what the fuck?
The new moon is Thursday night.
Right.
But it's the Sabbath, the next night after the moon go down.
What? What are you talking about, man? Now it can happen like that. It can be a double Sabbath.
But the Lord
We're not saying that, but
hasn't opened the door all the way, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta watch out for folks like that.
Well, Captain Knowledge, he just showed the video. He said, look, I'm not good with prophecies, man. That's why I don't dabble in it.
and that's why you ain't got the spirit of Yahawashi on you.
That's why you shouldn't be dabbling in the, on the Shabbat. Because you're not really giving power to the Lord because that's what he made the moon for.
Yeah.
You know?
I got a precept. Romans chapter 11, verse 7. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for. Alright. Romans chapter 11, verse 6 reads, even so then, this present time also there is a remnant according to the election of grace.
And so the Lord has always he's kept it, man. He's kept somebody that wouldn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Verse 7, but then Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, but the rest were blinded.
Right? Keep going.
According as is written, the Most High hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day.
Even unto this day, man. Unto this day, it's the same thing, man.
Right.
That's why not everybody's going to get it, because we're not out here for everybody, man.
Right.
We standing out here, everybody can hear, but it's not going to be for everybody, because they're just not going to get it.
Right.
Because the Lord set it up that way.
Right.
Because he doesn't want them to get that. Somebody get Matthew 13:11.
Where he said Israel wouldn't obtain it. When you go that go into the world of Israel. And then when you keep reading when it says then he says a specific people, which is the elect out of the nation of Israel. And people say, man, ain't the elect from the nation of Israel? So we're really here to build the nation of Israel. The elect is the elect.
Right.
Yes, they stem from the nation of
They're the
Israel,
chosen of the
but that is
chosen.
a small sanctuary. That's different from when you look at the word nation. It says a large group of people. The elect is not a large group of people; it's a small sanctuary, right? The elect men is an exceeding small, great army, right? A small flock, right? This is a small church, man. Everybody can't get in. It's like Marvin Sapp. The doors is closed.
Now, you
man.
might have some infiltrators. listen, you're going to have some infiltrators. Brothers going to have their fridges on. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see brothers with beards, but that doesn't necessarily make them the elect.
Right. And we know that to be true, because what happened with Yahawashi?
Yeah.
He said, I have chosen you 12 and one of you's a devil.
Yeah,
man.
come on,
He
man.
already knew that. He had an infiltrator in his camp. What
Right.
more we know right here, man?
Yeah.
You know, we know that. You know what I'm saying? This is why we gotta stand strong, man. You know, we gotta stand strong and stand firm. You know, and keep enduring. Right? But it's only given unto those who can get this understanding.
No, when you gotta really know that coming in this faith, you're gonna go like smaller in the same example as Yahawashi. That's like with Yaramayan, when we lost other brothers, he said, look, man, we not about to just hop and just have everybody come, because when you see multiple brothers leave, I go back with Sam. I don't want to label with somebody that's afraid. I don't want to label with somebody that's not diligent. 1 week, they in it, and then the next week, oh, I'm about to do a Buffalo Bills podcast. You know, you want somebody serious. That's why what Yahawashi said, you gonna leave me too? You know, they say, man, where we gonna go?
Right.
Because when you go in and come in the truth, it's nothing else, man.
Yeah.
It's nothing else.
Those that agreed to give ear, hey, there's no place but to do but prophesy.
Yeah, man.
That's all it is to do.
Right.
You come in this thing, hey, just know. Hey, everything, hey, that's it, man. It's what you got, man.
Well, what else is
comfort?
there?
Right.
What else is there, man? You know, all week long, you damn just truly rubbed out because of this place, man.
Right.
Right? And then you finally get out to come out and preach his word. And then what happens? We got to go right back into the same bullshit. You know, there's nothing else, man. I sat there and tried to watch TV, and I couldn't even do it, man. I sat there and tried to watch television, like, let me just sit here and just watch something. Couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I sat at home the other day. I had to do 2 fucking lessons, man. You know what I'm saying? Just cause, man. I can't take it. Stuff that I see, man, it just irks me, man. And I gotta get that fire out of my mouth, man. You know what I mean?
The Lord had me just all watching videos. Now,
Yeah.
that's the spirit. What would draw you to change your habits, man?
Right.
Because you ain't hurting nobody if you watch a little TV. You ain't hurting if you turn on the damn controller and you playing a little game.
Right.
But what draws you to put that aside and say, I got to do a video?
What is it profiting? Because
Yeah.
that's, in my mind, that's what we hit. What is this doing for you?
Right.
What are you doing?
That's really the spirit.
What are you getting out of this?
You having a whole
It's about to-
conversation
now
with
you
your spirit.
now you spend 2 hours watching this movie and what? Now what? It's just like, damn. You know what I mean?
Sometimes
I'm
you can do a little lesson off or get a little something.
Yeah.
But ultimately, man, when your spirit got a certain fire on it,
Yeah.
ain't nothing else gonna fucking satisfy you, bro. You gotta get in the word, man.
Yeah,
that's it.
Like I said, you gotta sit there. Last night I sat at that table all night. I got all night until I got tired, man. Cause I was like, man, this is Saturday. Ain't nothing, you know, what else we gonna do? Even if it's not the Saturday. A lot of times, I be thinking, oh shit, I got the PS5. I ain't touched that shit in weeks. You know what I'm saying? You know, just like, I mean, I'll be touching mine, but it's at times, sometimes I don't touch it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
kind of because like your spirit could be so vexed from what's happening throughout the week, man,
Yeah.
or whatever you're going through in your daily life. It's like
Yeah.
you just vexed from everything that you see,
Yeah.
and the only thing that brings your soul and your spirit peace is the word, man. It's the scriptures.
Isaiah 33:6.
Isaiah 33:6.
You gotta get it. You gotta get it.
no.
This brother gotta bring this up.
Okay, go ahead.
And I got your Jeremiah 20:9.
Got it.
The book of Isaiah
Hold on,
33.
no, wait. This is about bringing this up. 13.
Oh, wait, 13
and 11. Just want to bring this up.
Let him get it real quick. While you get it? You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it?
Because I want to stay on the.
Okay.
First one was 13 and 11.
Oh, yeah. First verse, he did the 13 for the 11. Well, I was a child, I spake as a child.
Right.
Yep.
I understood as a child. I saw as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
Right, and that's what we see, man. We see that we're growing through the spirit, man. Right, read that again.
Bring it out.
When I was a child, I spake as a child.
Mhm.
I understood as a child.
Hey, niggas, what's up, man? Hey, blah, 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 you know. Hey, well, that's what we was doing, man. We was in the world. We was doing this childish stuff, man. This foolish stuff, right? Go ahead.
I understood as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
Put away some childish things, man. And now, as we see, as we go through the spirit, and that's why I was looking for somebody at Ecclesiastes 1:18. We can get that real quick. I'm just going to coincide linking that in, brothers, and bring that back. Okay, that precept, right? But this is the thing, man. And as a man, you know, you put away these childish things, man. The things of the world, man. You know, and you see, even if you try to pick them up, some, you know, I know, and brothers can attest, the spirit don't even want you to do it, man. You be sitting there like, man, you know, you might have loved to drink, and guess what? I still got alcohol just sitting in my things because I just don't have a taste for it, man. Right? Bring that out real quick.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 18.
Is it 18 and 19? It's the last 2 verses. That's what I want. Last two verses. Yeah. 17 and 18.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 17. And I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness.
So like the brother was just saying, you know, once you get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you have only other space but to live, right? That's that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So once you gain it, right, go ahead.
And I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit.
For in much wisdom,
All this stuff
is
that we
much
see,
grief.
Salakia, all this stuff that we see is just vanity and vexation of spirit, man.
Right.
All day long, man. Everything that you see around here, man. Right? Because none of this stuff is really what it seems. And it's all over to us, man. Right? If you really open your eyes and actually see what's going on. Look, you try to cover my face, man. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah. That's Solomon said, hey, man, listen, man. Now I see this shit for what it is.
Right. You know?
For in much wisdom is much grief.
And much wisdom is much grief, man. The stuff that you used to like,
Yeah.
now you're like, damn, why do I even like that shit? I don't even know why I even like that shit no more. Why am I even doing this? What is it? What's the gratification that I'm getting from this? Right? Keep going.
And he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
Increases sorrow, man, because guess what? Like Elder Apostle Gabar said, you know, you become a misanthrope in this thing, man. The more that you get into this, that you see everybody starts to vex you, man. Right? If this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you don't even want to be around people, man. You just want to be amongst yourself and the spirit, man. That's what's going on, man. It's one sorrow just becomes is the sorrow spirit, man. And you ready to get up out of here. You know, brothers be in the chat like, I'm ready to go. Like, yeah. And supposed to be like, yeah, yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow. Shit, in an hour. We ready, man. We want to get up out of here.
What do you say? I want my money. I want it now, man.
Right.
I want my crown. I want it now.
That's it on that? Okay, come on. Go ahead. Somebody,
Yeah, I got crown.
This is the book of Isaiah 33:6, and it reads, wisdom and knowledge will be the stability of your times.
What it say, on?
And,
no, read out. That just say shout. It say shout.
and the strength of salvation.
No, read it again from the beginning.
The book of Isaiah 33:6, and it reads, wisdom and knowledge will be the stability of your times,
The stability of the time.
and the strength of salvation, with the fear of the Lord, Yahawashi, being the treasure.
Come on. Hey, that wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability, man. While everybody else is losing their mind, right, because of the demons and everything that's out here, because they're losing their mind, guess what? The spirit, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is going to help us stand firm, right? We're going to be standing strong and firm in these times where you got all these demons around us, man. You got all these people trying to lure you away. You got these hyenas sniffing at you, man. Right? You're going to have all these different things going on, man. And you're going to have this wisdom and knowledge and understanding that's your stability and your fear. Because guess what? You understand if you fuck up, hey, the Lord might fuck you up.
Right.
It's lock you. You know what I'm saying? But that fear is going to keep driving you and keep you in this thing, man. It's going to keep you on that narrow path, man. You know?
When he said, look at Babylon, look what I made. He made this thing crawl like a damn animal inside the grasses. And look how the Lord, all of you Jake that's not serving the Lord, through the Spirit, the Lord is making people become crackheads and not leaving that damn demon, man. You know? Did the Lord put a spirit on a woman to be a straight hoe? This one lady said she's not stopped fucking around until her coochie makes $1 million.
Oh, that's nasty.
And it's more levels, man. You know? You want to get Davis first before I get these?
Book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Arise, eat, and depart, for this is not our rest.
This is not our rest, man. This little wretched place, man. Right? Where whores can be whores, where niggas can be niggas, right? Where everything just goes, everything is what it is, right? It's damn near, it's almost May, and it's freezing cold out here.
Yeah,
man.
literally.
You know? Like this is the stuff that this is the place, man. Right? That is just all wickedness.
Right.
Is good. You know?
Because it is polluted.
Because it is polluted, man. The goddamn water, the food, right? Everything. Now, I did a video. You know, they got receipts, man. You touch these receipts, your ass is getting poisoned, man.
Right.
And they passing them out to and they got all these places that you go to a lot, man. Right? And it said that the longer you touch it, I remember you talking about it last week, and I found an article about it, man. That these receipts, they got some kind of BPA stuff on it, man. You touch it, and then what you do is you know, what did it have you do when you go to those corners, those counters?
Yeah.
They can put on your the hand sanitizer, and then when you touch the receipt, that shit absorbs even quicker into you, man.
Ooh.
You know, and you got our people all fucked up, man.
And just to share some light on what the brother was saying, that BPA is really bad for you because what it does is it lowers your testosterone and it adds estrogen into your, which which lowers your testosterone, makes you more effeminate, makes you more less masculine.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and that's what they want people to be.
Right.
You know, imagine you think that receipt is paper white. It's not paper white.
Right.
It's all that powder that's on the paper.
Right.
And when you touch the paper, you go get something to eat. You licking your fingers and stuff. That is going inside of your body.
They say for 10 seconds. They say hold it for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It'll absorb in your body, man.
Listen, Esau crafty, man. Remember Anthrax? They were sending that shit to people in the mail. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You go to touch your mail, now you know you got some shit eating your damn face up.
Right.
Yeah, Esau, he crafty like that, man.
But this is the society that we're living in. That everywhere you go, there's a trap set for you, man.
Yeah.
And this is why you have to have Yahawashi Shimmy outside, man.
No, and he know that the kingdom is about to fall. So he's trying to kill as many as he can.
Yeah.
You know?
Because he has the power to do it, like
Right,
Ephesians 2 in 1 says. Finish that off.
It shall destroy you, even with a sword
With the
subscription.
sword destruction, man. Look at this place, man. How many people had cancer, man?
Yeah.
How many people had cancer in this thing because of all the different things that they've thrown out here, man? From the pollution of the air to the food, right? And everything now that you touch, man, you know, gives you cancer,
A
man.
lot of people nowadays that have cancer. Right?
Right.
It's like I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's the #1 killer, you know, the disease on the earth. Cancer. That shit is, you know, it's rampant.
Right.
But now they kind of got a so-called cure where people is like escaping. Like there's 2 men at my job that had it, but they got it taken out. But you know, that's neither here nor there. But people die from that shit on a daily.
Yeah. Then you got the sea biscuit. They said it's still people falling out, huh? Yeah, the sea biscuit. That's not a biscuit that your grandmother made, right?
And a lot of them have willingly taken that juice, man.
Right.
They willingly take that juice, and then what happens to them, man? They falling out,
Right.
right? Because he's crafty on all sides, man.
Right.
You know?
And let me say this real quick too, man. Esau, another one of his tactics is just like the brother was saying, to lower your testosterone to keep you out from having babies. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's important to really watch what the hell you put in your body. You know, whether you worry why your John ain't working right. You know what I'm saying? It's Esau, man. Esau eat him. He's weakening your John, man. You know, you can't stay up, man. You know, you hear about it a lot. This is not to be talking crazy, you know. But on social media, you hear about it a lot. You know, but that's really Esau trying to make you not have no kids. That's one of his tactics, man. You know, didn't the Egyptians do that? Oh, we killing all the firstborn sons, man.
Yeah, and that's
You know?
the curses that we shall eat our bread defile amongst the heathen. You know, all of like when you go into that word bread, it doesn't only mean bread. It means food in general. And what Esau is doing, because a lot of people are resorting back to the organic way and curing themselves, he's making the food even more toxic.
Right, like Bill Gates, like he'll do like once they find out a certain substance that somebody's using, Bill Gates will try to buy it and put his little nasty ass fingers on it.
Chemicals on it.
Yeah.
They'll file even more.
Yeah,
He
man.
a rapper just said, y'all always want to smoke that rapper weed. Esau's putting liquid fentanyl on rapper weed.
Yeah, my brother, one of my friends, man, one of my good friends, man, you know, his son ordered some smoke offline. Fuck him out. He ain't the same no more.
Hey, the marijuana that people smoke, which you're really not supposed to be smoking anyways, but that's chemical marijuana.
Yeah.
That's not
That's not kush.
That's not herb.
herb. That's not
Yeah.
pure herb. That's more chemical than anything, bro.
That's herb. That's herb.
That's why majority of dicks in the mind are fucked up, man. That's why you see a lot of niggas out here on the streets fucked up in the mind, man. Sleeping on goddamn benches, have no cars around. Hey, because their mind's fucked up, man. They're unstable.
Yeah.
Regular niggas who look like they are stable are not stable, man. They're crazy, man. Literally, moving like that.
I mean, if you wanted to use that marijuana to make some type of a tea or oil, it's still trash because it's all types. It's defiled with all these chemicals.
Yeah, so it's gonna be turkey liquid. Yeah. But because just going back to what me and Ryan was just saying for these few precepts, I got what you weren't saying, Hosea, I got the Jeremiah, and this one, Jeremiah said, and then it just hit my head with the little clutchy. But you come in this thing, you gotta show yourself as a man, and you're gonna go into that word man, right? So this is 1 Kings 2:1, but the point is verse 2. It says, now the day of David drew nigh that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man.
That's a lot of it, real quick, because you know, even now, Jake doesn't have a father, man. Jake doesn't have a father to teach, to teach him the ways of Yahawashi and Yahawashi, right? And so, you know, the thing about it is now, you know, brothers have spiritual fathers who are actually feeding them just real wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and showing them how to be a man, and showing them how to stand on their feet and do that. And that's what this is doing.
This is read in Amos 9 and 11. The tabernacles of David standing back on their feet. Right. That's what's going on.
Right.
Brothers are, showing themselves men. Right. The tabernacles of David.
Right. Because Esau attacked the family, man. He attacked the family because he knew that would be the destruction. Read that again.
All right, yeah. It says, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong therefore, and show thyself a man. When you look up the word man, it means mankind. You go back to the name Adam, it means mankind. So really, you're supposed to be like Adam through the Spirit, Yahawashi.
Yeah.
1 John 2 and 6, it says, we must walk as how he walked if we abide in him. Right. So we're supposed to be walking like Yahawashi as men.
But read it slow.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, now this is David talking to Solomon. Yeah. Right?
Okay, I started that one again. It says, now the days of David drew nigh that he should die.
That he should die. Because David knew he was about to die, man. Right, go ahead.
He charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth.
He goes the way of all the earth. What is the earth? The earth, it dies. Yeah. Right? So, and understanding that, right? And he wasn't afraid of death, man. Right. You know, like our people now are, man. He understood. That's why how messed up we are in the mind now, because we understood back then the ways of life and how, you know, you die and you're going to be brought back again, man. Right? On all the ways of the earth. Because what's up? Something dies and then it grows back up, man. So just like all the ways of the earth, David knew that he was going to die, man. He wasn't afraid of that, man. You know? Go ahead.
It says, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man. Right. Right? And that, again, like I said, that goes back to the meaning of mankind, which is Adam. We know Adam is Yahawashi through the Spirit. So we're supposed to be another imitation of Yahawashi.
Right, and that's our example. Yeah. Yahawashi is our example. You know what I'm saying? That's the ultimate man that we follow after, man. Yeah. So the men of the Lord, the tabernacles of David, these are the true men of the earth, man. Right. These are the men that put off their old men, their folly, you know, and standing up being men. We're standing up for the Lord. These are the true men of Yahawashi Yahawashi.
Right. You know, people are looking at this like this is folly. Right. But we're actually standing up as men. Right. You know, in the power and spirit of Yahawashi Yahawashi. You know?
And Yahawashi spoke about that. He spoke about that when he was talking about being born again. Yeah. You know, becoming a new creature in Yahawashi. What the brother was saying, Yahawashi, if you can receive it, is Adam. Right. You know, we got to become a new creature within the Lord, Yahawashi. Right. Right.
All right. The book of Job 38 and 1 through 3. It says, and the Lord, Yahawashi outside, answered Job out of the whirlwind and said, who is this that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge? And it reads, gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee and answer thou me.
Hold on. So if it's going into man, you're girding yourself like Adam through the Spirit. If you know Adam, he was the ruler of the whole earth. He was the first estate of the first priest. He was the first estate of the rulers of the animals. They wasn't in no fucking zoo, right? He was naming the animals. Wife was in order until that spirit hit her to go the way that she had to go. But really, that was just all Yahawashi. We girding up ourselves to be like Yahawashi. And the real thing that you girding is your mind. That's why the Lord said in Jeremiah 17 and 9, nobody knows the heart and try to reign. So the children of the Lord is always trying to fix their heart because they know that like you just said, what he just said, he said David knew he was dying. The real men of the Lord know that the Lord is always searching the heart. So if you be like Yahawashi, this is why the verse that we usually bring out, that the elect don't sin in the eyes of the Lord.
Doesn't scripture say that a man shall be at the hiding place until the wind? What man is this talking about?
Yeah.
Huh? Israelites man, huh?
Yeah.
But a man that's standing strong for Yahawashi Yahawashi, these are the men that's going to be that wall, man. They're going to be that defense from the wind, from trouble. You know? These type of men, man. The men that's throughout the four corners of the earth.
Isaiah 13 and 12.
Come on, man. Yeah.
Man shall be more precious than
Fine gold. That's right.
Every time when you say man, you say Yahawashi. This is why the elect men is saying Yahawashi.
Right.
Because they him
That's
to
our
the
power.
spirit,
Yeah.
man.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
So you
Talk,
niggas
bro.
bugging saying, yo, y'all making the name of doctrine, man, because we trying to be him.
Come on.
Yo, when you wake up, you know, when you a kid, you in school, they be like, who's your greatest role model?
Right.
Through the spirit, the elect trying to be Yahawashi, man.
Right.
A creator, power. Brothers talking about flying. Who's the number one Superman? Yahawashi, man.
Okay.
Running, flying, transforming, turning into something else, man. I want to be Yahawashi, man.
Transfiguration.
Come on, man.
The word image. Because the image of the Lord, the word image go back to likeness.
Come on.
So it comes to mean the likeness of the house.
That's a fact.
Come on.
Hey, even when you go into the word reconcile, you know, coming back into
right.
the ways of the Lord.
Right, because when you think about when you reconcile back, now because you was too far back.
Yeah.
Now we coming back into who we're really supposed to be, man. You know what I'm saying? Like and then when you know the mindset of you when you was a nigga, man, you understand this is the true path right here, man. This is a true man.
Okay.
Alright? When you going through trials and tribulations in your life, you still got the fucking will to do this. That's a true man, man. Right? And this is why the men of the Lord, the elect men on this earth, they're going to receive the gifts, man. They're going to receive that reward because they showed themselves men.
Come on.
Wait, no, that's why, I'm sorry, y'all. That's why when Peter denied Yahawashi, he really became a man coming back in the faith. But you just said, the men of the Lord, they continue. The men of the Lord continue in this walk. You know?
I just want to bring it out.
Come on, go ahead.
The book of Job 38.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Because the brother just said what he said. Then I said the Peter thing. The Lord said that Peter would be a rock of the church, right? And what is that imitating? Yahawashi, because Yahawashi is the rock.
Yeah, come on, man.
You know, literally, the men of the Lord got to be Yahawashi, man.
Well, that's our perfect example, man.
Come on, man. I'm
Peter,
sorry. I'm good.
Peter denying, remember that was prophecy.
Right.
It was prophesied for him to,
Right.
that's how it was prophesied for us to fall away.
Right.
And then we start denying Yahweh Shai. Now, guess what? The Lord is bringing us back, man. Through this spirit, man. You know?
The book of Job 38 and 3. Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me.
Come on, man. Gird your loins up now. What you saying? Now, we spiritually girding up right now. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? Because in the physical, we not carnal men. We're not about to strap up and,
Well, no. Because that girding is talking about your mind.
Yeah.
Getting that mind, getting your mindset back into that mistake.
That's right.
Like we just brought out, when I was a child, I act like a child.
Right.
And when I came around, I put that foolish stuff away.
Right.
Now you standing firm. You standing firm as a man, man.
Right.
And the only way to really stand firm as a man is through this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that we got.
Right.
here,
Spiritually, man.
Yeah.
Now, we ain't going to the shop and grabbing us some AK-47s, man.
Yeah,
We
not-
spiritually
the weapons
girding up.
of our warfare are not
carnal.
carnal.
That's right.
You know?
Right. And that's go back to, how the elder be saying, stay away
Salakia,
from.
real quick, because Peter, remember Peter, when they was trying to take Yahawashi, Peter drew out his sword and started slicing for him. He told him, put that away, man. You know, he told him to put that away. We don't need that, man.
Right.
You know, because he said, and that's the thing, man. If I wanted to, I could call. What did he say? 12 legions of angels to come down and do this. Now, listen. And that was he knew what his hour. That was Yahawashi standing as a man, knowing that it was his hour, it was his purpose and his fulfillment to do what he had to do, was to go on that cross, man, and fulfill, what the prophecy said.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the true men of Yahweh Shai is really fighting that spiritual fight. They're fighting, but they still controlling the flesh. They forcing the flesh to, do the will of the Lord, man.
That's a man.
Yeah, that's a man. You bitch ass niggas, you go to your job and you think you're doing something because you get a little paycheck and you shake, you going around being a little feminine faggot to lock it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not real men, man.
Flossing.
Yeah,
out here
flossing,
flossing
yeah,
in-
man.
In your captivity, in a
Yeah,
prison.
yeah,
You
in a
out here,
prison.
you basically showing up what you got in prison. That's the mentality that you in right now.
Basketball playing
It's crazy
niggas,
shit.
you basketball playing niggas, you football. Y'all not no real men.
Right.
It was-
Just because
it
you
was-
got stature and money.
I did a lesson on it was a Chiefs player. This Chief, stopped being a football player to become a rapper, man. So he went from one folly to the next folly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the madness of our people, man. That's how destroyed our people are, man.
Yeah.
You know, trying to look for a way. Go ahead.
Oh, man.
Oh no, go ahead. What you gotta?
Man, y'all
Point
brothers
out.
are speaking. You can see how Moses in Deuteronomy 8, he said the Lord was going to raise a prophet unto you like me. So that show you Moses was a man. You go to Numbers 12 and 7, the Lord said that Moses was a faithful servant. You look up the word faithful, it means a supporter of the door. Right?
Come on.
So he was a supporter of Yahawashi, man.
Come on.
So that show you that's what a real man is, being an imitation of Yahawashi, man.
Right.
And a real man ain't putting his women, his children,
Right.
his job before
Right.
Yahawashi. And that goes back to what you said, our business is the business of the Lord. That goes back to Luke 2:49.
Right.
My business is about my business is about my father's business.
My father's
Yeah.
business. Now, man. Of course, we're expected to take care of our family and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And that's how the world looks like. Oh, he's such a great guy. He goes to work, but really, our duty is to do this work first. That's the
True
true.
job.
Yeah, this is the true job,
This is
man.
a career.
So if you ain't doing this, you ain't considered no true man, man.
Right.
Because you don't have the spirit of your Yahawashi, man.
Right.
You're not gonna be a hiding place into the wind during the time of trouble.
Yeah.
You know, you're not gonna be that because you're not exercising and doing the will of the Lord, man.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. Therefore, if any man be in Yahawashi, Hamashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new.
Right.
And all things are of the Most High, Yahweh Bashir, who have reconciled us to himself
Come on.
by, let me read that over here, verse 18.
That was great.
And all things are of the Most High, who have reconciled us to himself
Come on.
by Yahawashi Hamashiach, and have given to us the ministry of reconciliation. Somebody get that definition of reconciliation, Bakisha? To wit, that the Most High was in Yahawashi, reconciling the world unto himself, not imputing their trespasses unto them, and have committed unto us the word of reconciliation.
Come on.
So, you know, the word reconciliation came out a lot, and we're gonna wait for the brother to get that definition.
Renewal of friendship after disagreement.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. John 15, where Yahawashi said he'd give up his life for his friends.
Yeah.
Wisdom of Solomon 7, he said wisdom will make you a friend or a prophet of the Lord. Come on. Go ahead, kid.
Renewal of friendship after disagreement or enmity.
Come on now.
Action of reaching accord with an adversary or a stranger or one estranged.
So yeah, man, that's a beautiful point. You know, it says to review friendship after a disagreement.
A friend is closer than a brother.
Yeah, and what was the disagreement? The disagreement was the breaking of the contract.
Yeah.
Then we made it do Deuteronomy 28 chapter. Now we got to come back through Yahawashi.
And the only people that can reconcile are the Israelites. That's it. There's nobody else, because they were the only ones who the Heavenly Father Yahweh has chosen was the Israelites. Right. It's nobody else. Right. And we have, and even then, this is how cold Yahweh Bashim Shai is, that he still don't want these other nations. Right, that he still wants the badass nation of Israel, even though they done all time, they played the whore, they did that. He still wants them rather than these other nations.
Yeah.
Right, and he wants to reconcile or reconnect right through Yahawashi, who's the mediator. Right, that's why Yahawashi came as the mediator to kind of get in between and say, hey, listen, all right, hey, listen, I'm in, no, listen. I know you angry with him, but listen, you know, I understand. You know, I was out here in the flesh. I see what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? Give him mercy, please, Lord. You know what I'm saying? He's talking to the Heavenly Father in our defense. You know what I'm saying? To reconcile us back. Like, listen, no, he's really trying to do something now. He's really listening. He's really, you know what I'm saying? That's the best thing ever, man. You know, because you had the only way to reconcile is you had to have already been part of it.
Right.
You can't just come out from off the street and say, "Yeah, I want to reconcile." Well, who the fuck are you?
Right.
You're another nation, and get up out of here, man.
Spiritual
You know what
Israelites.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I got a precept because of what you said. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16. It says, "For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day." And we know that Romans 2 and 9, to be a real Israelite or a Jew or a real Israelite is to be one inwardly. And how can we be renewed day by day is that spirit of Yahawashi. It's another example of letting you know, coming in this thing, being of the elect is you're being a reflection of Yahawashi. Yahawashi was the reflection of his father. We are a reflection of Yahawashi, man. You know, it's very important. That this should show anybody that's always asking why do we say the name? It's because we want to be a reflection of our Redeemer, man.
The scriptures tell you to call him his name.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's
sour.
It's point blank. You know, and we must know the name. And you can't translate the name. You got to know the true name of the Heavenly Father and His Son.
How you want to be like somebody you don't even know his name?
Right. How can you be a friend if you don't know the name?
Right. Oh yeah, you ain't no friend. Because they say in Proverbs, a friend is closer than a brother. You know, we're really connected. The ones of the air, they're really connected to Yahawashi, man. Right? And it goes back to Abraham. Through the faith, we are heirs, man. You got to truly believe in Yahawashi, man. Everything he stands for, right? That obedience, right? That light, right? We could have none of it. If Yahawashi did not do what he did, where would we be? How can we say we would be in this ministry or this faith? You know? I mean, I do got more in there. I got something else.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Bring out what you got. You about to,
all right. Yeah, I'll finish this and then I'll go to the other one. This 17. It says for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Which goes back to Yahawashi, man. To get when you
read that again. That's crazy because I had pulled that up. I was going to do something with it.
Real quick, when you look at the word eternity, it means permanent. Okay. So verse 18, it says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
And the cool thing about it, because what I was thinking about, what the title was going to be, was just like, it was going to be called something like "Things Are Not What They Seem." You know, here in Babylon, and we're out here trying to wake people up out of the sorcery of this place, man. You know, and the things that we're seeing is not what we're really truly seeing, right? What we see is far lesser than what we don't see, which is much greater, man. If we can see what we can't see, minds will be bugged out over here, man. You know what I'm saying? Craziness, you know.
Okay, this is Jeremiah chapter 20. I'm going to start up at verse 7. It says, "O Yahweh, thou hast deceived me. I was deceived. Thou art stronger than I, and hast prevailed. I am in derision. Everyone mocketh me." And the reason why I went up is because you got to hear the passion of Jeremiah, because he taking people mocking him. And we got to do the same thing. People looking at you funny, thinking, man, you look weird. Everybody want to say, this is a rug. How? This is damn near leather. How the hell is this a motherfucking rug?
Talking grizzly.
Right.
Talking grizzly stuff.
Right.
You know, you're going to be held accountable for all the words that you speak, man.
Every idle word.
Right. And it says, for since I spake, I cried out. I cried violence and spoil. Because the word of Yahweh was made a reproach unto me.
You know what this reminds me of too? Of Moses, man. Moses having to do with all the children of Israel, man. And he got a question like, man, why did you do this to me? Right. Why did you give me these people out of all the people that I gotta walk with and do? Because you listen, we know our people, man.
Right.
You just go outside your house, stand out there for a few minutes, and you'll see how our people act, man.
Right.
Guaranteed.
Yep.
Guaranteed.
Yep.
Keep reading.
It said, Yahweh, it's like the word of Yahweh was made a reproach unto me and a derision daily. Then I said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name.
Right.
He couldn't take it. It says,
I'm shut my mouth. I ain't gonna say nothing else about God, man.
Yep, and that's the flesh, just like how Yahawashi in the flesh he wanted the cup to pass over. But then now we about to see as soon as you in this, you can't get out this thing, man.
Right.
You
Blood in,
can't.
blood out, man.
Yeah, if he
Blood
called
in,
you,
blood out.
you gonna do what he asked you to do if you are of that number. Right? He said, but his word was in my heart as a burning fire shut up in my bones. I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay. For I heard the defaming of many, fear on every side. Report, say they, and I will report it. All my familiars watch of my halting, saying, preadventure, which means perhaps he will be enticed, and we shall prevail against him. We shall take our revenge on him. They was plotting on Jeremiah, but the Lord was still moving on him to teach the word. When you go into Jeremiah, the fire was so in him like a vent. You know, when you close the vent, the fire not coming out. You're like, man, you be like, Bashar, man, it's cold in here, man. Open up the vent. Open up the vent, and now the heat came out, man. That's how the spirit want to come out. And the spirit is not, you know, in the church, people like, man, we're in the spirit. They ain't even teaching nothing. That's not the spirit. 1 Corinthians 2, verse 10 and 11, the spirit is going to have you learning deep things, watching videos, reading, talking to your brother, sharpening your sword. He going to have a point that you ain't even thinking, and then you add it in, like Jeremiah. For the past week, the Lord had this man talking, like really talking. Everything he said all week, I did a video on it. You know what I'm saying? But that's how the spirit sharpens you up, man. You know, the spirit is not no Harry Potter stuff. It's always feeding off of Yahawashi and feeding the sheep.
And you get Ezekiel 2.
Ezekiel 2? Gotcha.
and 3.
Okay, Ezekiel.
Got 3. So you're going to go after him.
You said Ezekiel 2?
Ezekiel 2, verse 3.
Okay, Ezekiel 2, verse 3. And he said unto me, son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, okay, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day.
You see it right now, man. You know, our people continue to rebel.
Yep.
I mean, just doing the wildest shit. In the book of Jeremiah, it says we have surpassed the deeds of the wicked.
Yep.
You know, we have surpassed the deeds of the wicked and what they do. And our people are so out of order.
That's crazy.
Right, keep going.
It says, for they are imputed children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, thus saith Yahweh, power, or thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, power, and they whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are rebellious house.
A rebellious house, man. You know what I mean? Our people are stubborn as hell, man.
Right.
You know?
It says, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, though bears and thorns be with thee, and thou doest dwell among scorpions, be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house.
Keep reading.
Man, you gotta understand how many times you've seen Jake look at you a certain way, then they walk past and they still look and they giggle or they make a funny ass joke, and then you got the ones like you said on the comment board where you can see the comment. Man, just say the name Jesus, brother. Come back to Jesus, right? Or a woman get on there and say, man, you got a devil in you. You got a devil. Oh, he cursing. Did you hear anything I just said? Man, we in 2025 in that spirit.
Read that all the way to the end. Right?
Okay, verse 7, it says, and thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear.
Right.
For they are most rebellious. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house.
Right, and that's our job, man. We can't be like these, like the rest of our brothers and sisters out here, man.
Right.
Lost in the sauce, man.
Right.
We can't be like that, man.
Can't
Right.
be rebellious,
Nope.
man. No, you gotta be obedient.
Right.
Right. I go into Yahawashi again. It says, yo, everything is going to always lead you back to Yahawashi. When they said, welcome back, yo, through the Spirit, we coming back, man. It says, open thy mouth and eat that I give thee.
Right.
And when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein.
Come on.
And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein limitation and mourning and woe.
Right. So we're eating that up. So we're eating. We took all this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever it was, right? And we understand that it's the truth, and we gobbled it up, swallowed it down, and now we go into verse Ezekiel 3.
Wait, now in the Spirit, this is not the T.D. Jakes, man. It's not T.D. Jakes, but we devouring what it says in 2 Ezra 8 and 4. Devour wisdom. You have to devour this word, man, because we don't got it like in the time of Moses, where Moses was talking to the Lord and they come in like really being a mediator at that time for us. Now you gotta really get in here. You gotta really have brotherly love and sharpen your sword. We gotta come out here, man. You know.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 8. It says, behold, I have made thy...
Start at 7.
Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 7. It says, behold, the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me, for all the house of Israel are impudent and hard hearted.
So hold on, real quick. So we got to understand, that's why we can't get mad when people don't get it.
Yeah.
Right? Because the Heavenly Father said, hey, they won't even hearken to me. Right? Why would they, you know what I'm saying? So we got to understand that the people that we're talking to, that our people are sick.
Yeah.
They're sick and spiritually sick in the mind and the head, man. Right? So when we're talking to them, you can't get mad if they don't get it, right? Because the Heavenly Father sent out His word, and they didn't hear it,
right?
You know? Yeah, that's why you they ain't get it. You just move the fuck on,
right?
Don't keep trying to beat it over their head.
Right.
You can tell they're not the elect. The elect don't get it. Ain't gonna be no. I told you about the Shabbat being on about the new moon is the beginning of Shabbats. And you still doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I ain't telling you again, man. Because we just broke it down to you already, man. The elect gonna understand it. Ain't no keep going over getting you to try to force you to get this truth, man. Right. The scriptures say the elect, they gonna hear it. They gonna understand it, man.
Yeah.
For the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
Yeah.
You know, you might get a little bit of this, but the election gonna get it all.
Right.
You know, verse 8, it says, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and their foreheads strong against their foreheads. And it says an adamant, it's as an adamant harder than flint have I made their foreheads.
Right, and a flint is a strong wood, man. That's a strong piece of wood, man. Right, go ahead.
It says, fear them not. It says, in thy foreheads, strong against their foreheads, as an adamant harder than flint have I made their foreheads. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house.
Right. So that shows you that the minute the Lord was pleased upon heads with the ones that don't want to hear it. And what you said, we get a taste of with the Lord, like He's trying to speak to you, you don't want to listen. The minute the Lord speaking to you, and we get there, we see you not want to listen. We getting the same treatment as Yahweh, but the way he getting it is on a way another level. We literally bumping heads with him, like two idiots.
Right.
You do the same folly, bro.
You see how the Lord just manifested right in front of us?
Like,
yeah, yo. You know what I'm
Every
saying?
single time.
Stiff neck.
Every time.
And Jake is stiff neck, man.
Right.
You know, they love their oppressor's doctrine, man.
Then the Lord, the Lord hit you when she walked past. Isaiah 3 hit the head because her ponytail was only 3 fingers, and I mean my strong hand.
Look, hey, a year ago you said you was gonna pray to Jesus that we're not here. We still here.
Right.
You know why? Ain't no power in that name.
That's a prophet.
Is that what she said?
No, because
prophet.
The Lord made our head harder than theirs. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
We bumping that.
Look, we're still here.
Right.
What did your Jesus do?
Right.
They didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing, man.
Verse 10, Ezekiel 3 and 10. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, all my words that I shall speak unto thee, receive in thine heart, and hear with thine ears.
Right. That's you girding up your loins. Man.
Right.
That's you girding up your loins with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Taking the words of Yahawashi Shem Shai, taking them into your heart, which is your mind, right? And actually going out and processing and doing what's supposed to be done, man.
Right.
Work.
It says, and go get them, Salakia, y'all, and go get thee to them of the captivity.
Go and get to them niggas out there,
Yeah.
man. On the highways,
Yeah.
man.
Go get them into the captivity, man.
Because there's one nigga out there that I really want to know and I want to change.
Right.
Just how he changed us, man. Who was niggas? Right. He changed us and brought us back to who we are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Go get the other. I just seen one body. Somebody was shared their live today. They were talking about all nations shall be saved, bro. What do you talk? The scriptures say go get them of the captivity, man. When have they been in captivity?
Right.
Who is this talking about the Israelites, man?
It says that I believe above a little bit up further. It says if I would have sent you to these other nations, they would have heard it a long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm not sending you to them.
Come
I'm
on.
sending you to the people.
Ooh,
to the
that's
people of
weird.
your people, man. You know.
It says, I'm gonna read this first. You got it. Ezekiel 3:11, it says, and go get them of the captivity unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them.
And what are we doing? How are we going to get them? And we're casting out that net, man, through the unicorn. Right? We're casting out, and throwing out, trying to be fishers of men, trying to bring that the elect, because the elect are going to be the ones that get caught up in that net of Yahawashi Shem Shai and brought forth.
Now look,
right? The rest of them are going to be cast out and left out to fend for their own.
Now look, you see how we're bringing out. We have nobody's listening. But it's fine, because we're still doing what the fuck we need to do, man. We're doing what commanded, no matter who hear it. Okay. The Lord sent you. He sent this man out here for y'all, man. So the Lord gonna play all of this back. Look, you kept walking past the men of the Lord, man. We bringing this out to you. Go get y'all out of captivity, but you don't want to fucking hear it, man.
But guess what? Through this unicorn, we done reached all the way around the world.
Right.
But we probably snatched that one fish that we needed to catch in that net.
Right. And this is not the only thing live right now, man. The Lord got his men all over the earth, pushing us everywhere. But guess what? You gonna be confounded in that day, man, because the Lord is giving you His word, man.
That's that Amos talking about sifting.
Yeah.
I will not let a least of the grain, right? The Lord he's sending out all these different nets out here, and he's sifting, he's shaking because there might be one Jake who's not supposed to be in there in that net, and he's shaking his ass out that net because he don't want him in that net. I don't want you there. You can get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here.
You heard a little bit of it, you just fell out.
Right. You knew that this net was going to bring something on. Get your ass, I don't want you in there. You know what I'm saying?
Ezekiel 3:11, and go get them of the captivity unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them and tell them, thus saith Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi, the Most High, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. I just want to get that up.
Now, those of the captivity is truly the ones that know that they're in captivity. Because you'll have a Jake that's saying in captivity, but he's not mad or angry at his adversaries. They don't want to get out. So those is not truly the ones in captivity, because this don't look like captivity to them. But Jake,
to them they free. They've been sold a lie. They're living like they're free.
That's that nigga that's in prison that's got all the shit, all the luxuries of the outside world. And they think he's good, but nigga, you still in prison.
Right, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, when you were saying, because you saying we out here on the highways and byways. This the Revelation 11:11. It says, after 3 days and a half, 350 years, the spirit of life from God entered into them.
Where's that?
In a Revelation 11:11. It was a point in it. It said, from God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them and saw them. How are we standing? How did we stood on our feet? By coming to the highways and byways. Through the spirit, or that man mentality, that's what we call Yahawashi. That spirit of Yahawashi moves you to stand on the block, man.
Because what it is hold on, Salakia. Because that fear, the fear of Yahawashi Shem Shai, brought us no fear to come out here to teach this, right? And that's how the mentality you gotta have. The fear of Yahawashi Shem Shai puts no fear that we come out here, we stand on the corner and look like fools and prophesy through Yahawashi Shem Shai, man.
Yeah.
You know?
This is Ezekiel. Go hand in hand with what the brother was saying. Ezekiel chapter 37, and what the brother Yahawashi was saying, how even if Jake ain't out here, listening,
yeah.
it's still
Prophesy to the wind.
it's still Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 9. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind.
Come on.
Prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord, power, come from the four winds, O breath. What is that breath? It's pure understanding. And breathe upon these slain, that they may live.
What did Yahawashi do to the 12? Right? Or was it the 11? I think at that point.
Oh, well,
It was 11.
It was 11. It was 11.
It was 11.
He breathed on them and gave them the Ruach HaKodesh, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And then right after the 12, Matthias came in. He got it too.
It gave them understanding. And it talks about that too, I believe in the book of John, how, you know, he gave them that understanding of what, remember, he had to give it to them.
Yeah.
You just can't come and get it by your own.
Yeah.
It has to be given unto you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, what he said, St. John 6:44. He said, unless my Father draw you to me, I will
Right.
raise you up in the last days.
Right.
So ultimately, them spirits, them same spirits from the beginning, man.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that was chosen, man. Hey, the elect is special, man. Last week I mentioned about how important the elect is.
So think about it, right? So like you got, this is a handful, this will be the elect, right? And the Lord did this and scattered everybody, and now he's gathering, he's sifting to gather back all that elect back into his hand again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I was saying, the elect is important, man. The elect is the top man on the earth.
Yeah, the most
You know,
important job.
the most important job, man. You know, they were chosen men from the Most High, man. You know, hey, when you think about that, that give you the spirit to keep going in this thing, man.
Yeah.
Damn, I must be. You gotta have that spirit, man. You gotta have that mindset. Damn, I want to be the elect, because the elect gonna keep going, man. The elect is all about Yahawashi, man.
Yeah.
About the Father's business.
Yo, he chose Jeremiah as a young lad, man. He said, "Man, I'm only a child." The Lord don't care when He called you. He calling you, man.
Fascinated, baby.
Yeah.
Continuing on at verse 10.
That's a good point.
So I prophesied as he commanded me,
Okay.
and the breath came into them, and they lived,
That's what happened with us, man.
and stood up upon their feet, an exceedingly great army. Goes hand in hand with the Revelation 11.
Yeah.
You know?
Yo, and through the Spirit, even though a lot of us probably don't know war tactics, I mean, except for you, David, we right through the Spirit, we're men of war right now, man. Because right now you fighting a spiritual. Why would not a brother want to take this serious? This is a spiritual battle. This is not about no streaming. This is not about no numbers. This is about fighting for Yahawashi, Yahawashi.
Hey, that's that exceeding great army, the ones Ezra seen, man. He's like, man, who is these that the Lord is calling, man? That's who the Lord. That's the army, man.
I bet you they was looking magnificent, man.
Can you jump down to where it talks about the stick?
Yeah.
Ah,
That's 16, I believe.
let's see. Yep, that's it. Fast forwarding down to verse 16, it reads, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions. And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak.
That's a lock here. It told them earlier to go to the children of captivity, the children of thy people, and teach them, right, and tell them, thus saith Yahawashi Shai. Now I told them to build that stick, right? And this is what we have with that sign, right, to show people, you know, who they are. So then now keep reading.
They tried.
Salaki, even when you go back into the law thing in Leviticus, it shows you where the top elders would get, like, people of the head of each tribe, they all give them a stick, symbolic to what we see as the 12 tribes chart.
Verse 18. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these?
Right. So people come and they inquire about the sign.
Yeah.
What is this? What's
Yes.
going on with
Come
this?
on, man.
You know? What's going on with this thing? You know? Go ahead. That is it.
Verse 19, say unto them, thus saith the Lord, power, Yahawashi, behold, I will take I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in thy hand, of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thy hand before thine eyes.
Right.
Okay.
And that's what's going on right now. And even through the Spirit, remember we brought out in Jeremiah that the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Right.
So in this land of the captivity where we've gone, what we're doing, we're out here, we're showing the people and bringing them back to the true ways of the Yahawashi.
Yeah.
And telling them that his name is not Jesus, right? Don't be celebrating no goddamn Easter, man.
Yeah.
Right? You need to be celebrating Yahawashi and his return that's coming soon, and get yourself right. You know what I'm saying?
No, and it was
Too late.
into the spirit. There's only two. Like, if I'm wrong, you can correct me. Two major captivities where Israel was in captivity together: the old ancient Egypt, and then only this one. In ancient Babylon, we wasn't in captivity together. Only like a few of the northern kingdom. Even in the time of the Greeks and in the time of Rome, but majority was the southern kingdom. The northern kingdom was over here. You know,
That's how you know that it's a future prophecy, because this is what we're living in. We're all here together, man. We're oppressed, man. All the nations. Now you got all of them, man. Right? You got Simeon, you got Levi, you got everybody up in here, man. We all up in here in Babylon, man.
And that's
chilling together, man.
Gangs all here.
And that goes hand in hand with this scripture right here. It said, brother, just expound that we in these last days we would end up in another land that wasn't our own. Okay, so this is what the next scripture is going to expound upon. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land.
ooh,
Yes.
I want that.
Yes.
I want that.
So
Jake,
bad.
you really think that? You think this is home? Niggas really saying that this is the kingdom? This is not it. So when you look in the scriptures, the Lord gave us a possession, an inheritance.
Come on.
You don't even know what that looked like, B. You know, when we get into the kingdom, you gonna have, you go back to your land, and then the elect men get in cities, man. You don't even know what it is to rule a city. Come on, man. You gotta get out of here.
And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all.
Right, through spirit, you know, the 12 tribes is really 12 nations right now.
Right. You know, and ultimately, so you know, we're coming out here, you know, for our people, and ultimately we bring that last part out. Ezekiel 3:17, 18.
Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
And as we watch what we do, when we spot and we see danger, we bring it out, right? We go on the unicorn, we warn the people. We come out in the highways and hedges, and we warn the people that death and destruction is coming, man. You know, keep going.
Therefore, hear the words at my mouth, and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, and to save his life. And the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
Right, because we're not doing our job, man. And our job is to be watchmen and to go out to warn the people of the death and destruction and things that are coming. That the Lord is coming to bring recompense and vengeance upon this earth, man.
Right.
He's coming to bring his anger and his wrath upon this place, man.
Right.
And we're trying to warn people that they don't have to face that. But a lot of our people are hard-headed and they're going to have to face it. But guess what? We've done our job. We've come out here, we've talked to the children in the captivity, and we've warned them, of what's to go on,
Yo, and when you look at the word reparations, it means recompense, and it means help from injury. It got multiple meanings for the word reparation, and we can only get that from Yahawashi. Because reparations is not really money, it's about being repaired. And no nation on earth ever, even in history, ever repaired us, man. It was always the Lord repairing us. When it came to Egypt, the Lord repaired us by taking us out of that land, because he promised Abraham that he was going to give us the land that he gave him. Esau ain't never, first if they was to prepare us, they would have to tell us that we the people in front of all the world. They not doing that because they're the base men on the earth. They're the lowest men on the earth, the most prideful. How they going to give us true reparations, which is giving us the whole earth? Saying, oh, I'll be your servant, just take me. It's no way. That's why you can't ask for reparation or anything on this side, because only Yahawashi can give it. Right? You got to get it.
All right, we got the other precepts.
Going back to what you were saying, if they was to let us know who we was by the Israelites, biblical Israelites, that means they will have to acknowledge that they're the biblical Edomites. They ain't gonna do that. They're trying to cover that up for decades now, centuries. The Lord has made Esau bare. He's uncovered his secret parts, so he's been exposed.
How were the things of Esau searched out? Right. Yahawashi shine, man. Right. And the son of perdition may be revealed in these last days. That's what we're out here to do, man.
Yeah.
All right. So, with that, Lord's word is edifying, right? But with that, let's give all praise and honor and glory to
Yahawashi, Yahawashi.
All right, peace and blessings, right, to the 12 tribes scattered abroad of the elect, man, right, a mighty shalom, right, to the 144,000 men, to the rest of the elect, right, double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who have ruled well, man, who have fed and edified their sheep in these last days and pushed us this true gospel, this true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding throughout the earth, man. We got to stand firm, right, keep enduring, man, keep enduring, we almost there, man,
Right.
all right, and with that, I say a ball, shalom.
Shalom. Man, we made it. We're only 80% better.